Hi, I'm Bren, and welcome to my channel. I am a Canadian podcaster with a passion to form connections with individuals from all walks of life. On my show Connections, I explore the world through my guests' unique perspectives while gathering an insightful understanding of how they interact and perceive life.
That is a really good question.
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a really good question.
That's a great question.
I ask questions that focus on uncovering stories of humble beginnings,
But I was like 13th place out of like 300 kids.
triumphant successes,
I used to swim for the Junior Australian Olympic trial team.
motivations,
I just built up that confidence in myself to say, you know what, fuck it, I don't care.
inspirations,
She was just always, I just always love her.
struggles,
The main thing that got me to where I am today is the bullying that I experienced.
and realizations.
Sometimes you cannot get closure.
My goal is to continue making connections to spark meaningful discussions, and I hope you will join me. What's up? What's up? What's up?
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm really good. I'm excited.
Good.
Have you seen how many amazing people are in chat today? Have you
I
seen it?
know. I love them all.
I
But
know.
everyone's being mean to me already. I'm not gonna know her. Egg, no way.
Well,
Kind of a big deal.
we hope to know her too by the end of this. Donovan's timing me now. All my mods are timing me, or my past mods too. So thank you, Scorpio. Thank you, Scorpio, in a sweater. Wow, I'm in a sweater too, and I'm sweating. All right, so Lucy, at the very beginning of every single stream, we play this game. It is called Quick Questions, and maybe you've never been here. Maybe you're new here, like our lovely friend Egg, or maybe like our lovely friend as well, Scorpio in a sweater. This is how you play this game here. I'm gonna get everyone to direct their lovely eyeballs to the screen here, because I know we have a lot of lurkers. This is the Lurkers podcast, and that's okay. And I'm gonna get you to look at the screen here while we play the Quick Questions intro. Enjoy. So, with Quick Questions, there is a few rules to it. 3 to be exact, for most reasons. And they're quite simple. They're not too hard. We're going to keep it simple here. We're not going to throw you off the deep end right away. But number 1 is that there's going to be 10 questions. Number 2, you, the guest, are going to have 60 seconds to answer every single question. And number 3, the chat is going to get to gamble some channel points if you, the guest, are going to beat the clock of 60 seconds. So, Wolf, I'm going to ask you to please run a prediction for me, whether or not our lovely friend Lucy is going to beat the clock or not. Ooh, she won't. Bet your money on it, Moth. Bet your money.
Ouch. I'm gonna give a confident face.
Yeah, we gotta power stance this before. Yeah. She takes 600 seconds to form a thought. Well, we're about to find out. Maybe.
No,
Hey, chat. What's it called? Put your money down. Put your money on it. In just a second here, we're gonna get this prediction running here, and you can put your money where your mouth is, Moth. Put your money where your moth is.
I don't want to know what her moth is.
Oh my goodness. Beat the clock or not. Prediction is now live. Chat, go and throw it in there. Get some channel points. Put your money where your moth is. You can smell when she's thinking because it's like burning. That's me. That's a whole mood. Chat's saying will beat. Chat's okay, never mind. Someone just dropped 600 on will not beat. It's back and forth here. It's back and forth. It's right now it's 2,000 will not beat.
Lack of faith in me is disgusting.
Almost 3,000 at will not beat, but 400 at will beat. 3,000 now, over 3,000 at will not beat. People are definitely are chiming into this will not beat thing here. I can hear the gears turning from Australia. Oh my goodness. Rude. Oh, someone just dropped a 4K on beat. Okay.
I love this faith in me that you suddenly found.
Yes, look at that.
It's wrong, but it's cute.
See, that's what we're here for. We're putting some good into the world. You know what I mean? Putting some confidence in you, if you will. And that looks like it's going to take the win there. So 44.7K said will beat. I think it was like just over 3,000, I believe, if I looked at it correctly, because I can't see it anymore, said that you will not beat. So the majority's on your side, Lucy. However, Lucy, chat, is everyone ready? Is everyone ready? It's okay, Malty.
No.
We'll give it to Moth if it comes down to it for later. You pick me. Don't be a pick me girl, okay? By the way, chat, do not use that because you might not be able to redeem. You want to be able to redeem it later in the show, and you'll see why. Don't redeem that. Moth, because it's you, because we love you. We'll give you a buy for this one, and we'll reset it for you. However, pick me. I'm a pick me she they. I mean, that's fair.
Idiot.
I'm a pick me them. Alrighty. So this is quick questions. Chat, if you're ready, please. If you're ready to question every single one of Lucy's questions here, can you please spam that love for me? Make Lucy feel uncomfortable for the next
Thanks,
minute and a bit. Please spam that love. Lucy, are you ready?
No, but let's do it.
You almost were the splash zone there. Alrighty.
Is that the stream I'll be waiting for?
Chat is ready. Lucy is ready. Am I ready? Who knows? Alrighty. We're starting right about I had to do it too. I do it to everyone. What the fuck? Okay. For real this time. Alrighty. As I ask the first question, I will start the clock and time will go tick, tick, tick as we go. Just make sure that you do not have to explain these stories. You just have to tell us something that relates to the story and then we'll ask about it later. So don't feel like you have to explain it on the spot.
Great. I'm
All right.
shitting. Okay.
Alrighty. Lucy, what is your favorite word?
Chunk.
Chunk? What is your favorite food?
Chocolate.
What is your favorite drink?
Chocolate milkshake.
What is your favorite number?
3.
What is your favorite movie?
Labyrinth.
What is your favorite memory?
Which book?
Okay. Favorite vacation you've ever taken?
Favorite what?
Favorite vacation you've ever taken?
Oh, when I went into raiding.
What is your favorite animal?
Guinea pig.
What is your favorite family tradition?
Pajamas on Christmas Eve.
What is your favorite gift you've ever received?
Oh, I don't know. My ticket for traveling.
Okay. You did not beat the clock. You were getting close though. I thought for sure you had it, but you didn't. You stumbled so hard on that last one. Oh my goodness. Well, chat, give the people who said did not beat. Yes, for poking.
I'm so glad I voted against myself. I was like, I know there's no way.
You actually voted against yourself. I don't think no guest is actually admitted to actually not to not what's it called, to not come.
I was like, there's no way. I can't, like, some of those I was like, yeah, favorite number, boom. Favorite memory and favorite number are 2 very different questions, and that one I was not ready for. At the beginning I was like, I've got this easy, I've thought of all these before. Favorite word, favorite number, and then those ones came up and I was like, never mind.
So Lucy, how much did you bet on yourself? Now I'm interested to see how much you...
Only like, I don't think much. I think maybe like 20.
Okay. Like, Lucy's like, actually, I dropped 3K.
I just dabbled in there.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, what's it called? Breaking the systems here. Alrighty, let's go through every single question here. I had faith in you. Arrow, you had more faith than Lucy had in Lucy. All right, let's go through all these, each and every one, and see if these are actually your favorite or just the things that you panicked said. Your favorite word you said was chunk.
Yeah,
right?
It's such a good word.
Okay. Hey, why though? Why chunk?
Like when you say it, it's just like chunk.
Oh my
Also,
goodness.
it's kind of like it reminds me of chocolate. I like chocolate 'cause it's like
Oh,
a chunk of
a chunk of
chocolate. Also,
chocolate?
it's just it sounds like what it is. I don't know how to explain that, but chunk just sounds like a chunk.
A chunk.
Hear me out.
And everyone in chat, I just see we have a new friend in here. Can everyone say hi to Kaisha? I see a wonderful new friend in chat. Kaisha, I see that you said you're new here, but we were just starting our game show, and so I didn't want to, you know.
Hey,
But I want to say
guys.
hi. I would say hi to Kaisha. I would say hi. Make Kaisha feel welcome. Kaisha, if there's anything that we can do to make you feel welcome here, let us know. We'd love to be able to hear. Jack, what's up, Jack? Jack, you're not new here. I mean, sorry. Trying to play with the meme. Hi, Jack. Everyone say hi to Jack. Jack is new here. Jack has been here forever. Jack, hi! We still love Jack either way, don't worry. Jack is just short-term memory loss. It's a real problem. What's it called? And I'm sorry if that wasn't meant to be insensitive to anyone else. It was just that
Wow.
Jack is fuck.
Toxic.
Toxic. Lucy, you said your favorite food is, well, chocolate. What kind of chocolate? Is there a specific type? Dark milk.
Cadbury's.
A what?
Cadbury's chocolate. Anything. Have you ever had Cadbury's chocolate? You're like American.
Oh, Cadbury's.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, the accent got in the way, but okay.
Sorry,
gotcha.
yeah. Cadbury's.
Cadbury's.
Have you ever had it before?
It is great. Yes, melt in your mouth.
American chocolate is absolute trash. No offense.
North American or American specifically? Because there's actually a difference between Canadian and American chocolates.
I didn't know that. I was just gonna go like the general American area.
Because maybe it isn't as bad because we're also under the British Empire. So maybe
Mayhaps.
I would say those Europe's probably way better than.
Honestly, like we do chocolate well over here.
Yeah.
Like you got like Belgian chocolate.
Yeah. Swiss. Like
Toblerone. Fuck me up.
Chat, what's everyone else's favorite chocolate bar, chocolate item? I want to know in chat. You said your favorite drink is a chocolate milkshake. You don't stray far from the things here, from just chocolate thing here. All three answers have related to chocolate, some sort of thing here. What?
Look, I have quite the sweet tooth.
No kidding. So let's go. So chocolate milkshake. Is there a specific place you like these chocolate milkshakes from?
I really like. We have a place over here called Shakeaway.
Okay.
And they basically like you go in and they have like I want to say a few hundred different flavors that you can have, but it's all like different like chocolate bars and stuff. So you can like mix up different chocolate bars and they like make it up for you. And it costs you about £1 million for a milkshake, but like it's so worth it. Like I've had to like remortgage my house to afford one like Kinder Bueno milkshake, but like I'd do it again.
£1 million is how much it costs and how much it costs on yours. Oh my goodness.
It's so good.
Oh, it's. I mean, hey, when I eventually get my ass out there, you better take me. What's called? We better be going to the shake factory.
Takeaway day. They even do one, and it's called like the Millionaire's Milkshake, and it costs you like £15, and it has like edible gold leaf on top, and like it's large and like whipped cream, and it has literally like gold leaf, and then like Ferrero Rocher and like green and black dark chocolate, and it's. I've never had it. But it looks really fun. So maybe we'll like share one of those. Just me and you and Shakeaway.
Moth is stirring right now. I feel it. I like look at my window to make sure the moth's gonna like jump through it.
Out there.
Oh my goodness. Everyone say hi to our new friend Turtle. Hello, Turtle. Welcome in. Good to see you. Oh my goodness. Wagwan? What?
Wagwan Waji.
Wagwan. Okay. Hi, Turtle.
We're British now.
Thank you, Turtle, for saying hi to Turtle. Appreciate it. You said your favorite number was number 3. Is there a specific reason? Is it like a date? Is it a sports number? What relates to number 3? Why is number 3 from?
It's so embarrassing. But like when I was like 8, I didn't know, like, if you were younger, you used to get, like, magazines, like, kids' magazines. There was one called Girl Talk, and because I was, like, that bitch, I always got Girl Talk. And then I went onto my horoscope one day, and it was like, your favourite number's 3. I was like, all right. And I just, like, took that. as gospel for the rest of my life. And now it's always been my favourite number because Girl Talk told me it was, but I was like, hey.
What? I mean, it predicted your future.
Yeah, like it works for me. Like
Oh my
I do
goodness.
quite like 3. And also like Kerry was saying, my favourite shape is a triangle and they have 3. So like it just makes sense. Yeah, thanks Girl Talk 2008.
Sponsor this episode.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. That way I'm not like the other girls. Crystal Bitchu. You said your favorite movie was Labyrinth. You struggle with this one a little bit though, but you said Labyrinth.
I forgot because like I'm so bad when anyone. It's like when people ask like, "What's your favorite band?" and I'm like, I don't think I've actually ever listened to a song in my life. But Labyrinth is always my favorite. Have you seen it?
I haven't, but I've been told by multiple guests that it's their favorite movie, and I've been told to watch it. I
Really?
have not watched it yet. It's on the
You
list.
have to watch it
I
purely
mean, I have
for
time.
David
The
Bowie's
next. I have time tomorrow.
trouser bulge. It's a work of fucking art. That's I actually used to follow. I used to be friends with a Tumblr account in like 2013 that was called David Bowie's Bulge, and they would just post screenshots of it. Yeah,
Oh.
it was
Donovan, it
highlight
sounds
of
like
my
not
life.
only David Bowie isn't just goated, also hung apparently.
So hung. Damn. My God, that man.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway.
By the way, I want to go back on one of the questions here. We don't usually do this, but I'm going to go back because I see some wonderful person in chat that I mean you might know. Moth IRL says, still
I've heard
mad
of
that you
him.
lied. Still mad that you lied. Your favorite drink because it's McDonald's Sprite.
That is such a lie. McDonald's Sprite is a good drink, but like it's not my favorite drink.
What makes any
But it is
difference
good.
between normal Sprite and McDonald's Sprite?
It's spicier. But just come on. Have you had a McDonald's Sprite and a normal Sprite? Don't tell me they taste the same. They don't. McDonald's Sprite is spicier. Yes, Turtle, it is spicier. It has more pizzazz, sparkle.
There's more bite
Like
to it.
McDonald's Sprite is popping its fucking pussy for the rest of us. And good for her.
Oh my goodness, that static hit different from McDonald's.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness.
You
Wow,
get
I never knew how many people like McDonald's Sprite. My goodness.
It's just
the white noise is louder. Yeah. Hey,
get
I
it,
love
Egg.
you. Oh my goodness. The
Thanks,
McDonald's Sprite killed Prince Philip. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Prince Philip
Alright.
just like he just saw a McDonald's Sprite and he was like
She doesn't like drinking Pop Rocks. Oh my god, it hurts so good. All right. Okay, you said your favorite memory. I didn't actually hear it, but I heard you say you squealed out something after like moments of that. I think you said which book or something. I don't know.
No, I said the Twitch book, and I spoke about this on Who Are You? It
Okay,
was the
okay.
one that my friend sent me when I started streaming. I honestly could not think of anything because I've never remembered a single thing that's ever happened in my entire life.
Just like
But
Jack.
that I remembered because I was like, the last time I was here, that's the thing I said. But to be fair, it was like it definitely was a very nice memory.
So tell us again, because obviously there was a lot of people that weren't at Who Are You? It's a
Yeah.
it's a no VOD show, so obviously there's a lot of people who probably didn't get to see it. So what is your you said a Twitch book? You said
Yeah, so my
Okay.
friend Jodie last year made it for me when I started streaming. It was like a few months after I started streaming. And we had this big like group of girls who were all streaming at the same. We all kind of started at the same time, and like made this little group of us. It was really, really lovely, very wholesome. When everyone was like locked down and shit, so we had nothing else to do. It was just like really cute. And she got all of my friends together to write messages in it, and then she did a big collage of like screenshots. So she like screenshotted my first ever hype train, and like me hitting affiliate, and like raids and like highlights. So that I used to get my mum on stream, so she dedicated a picture to my mum and like did all that sort of stuff. And she wrote a letter to my mum, and she wrote letters in the back for like when I'm feeling sad and like all these different things. And it was all just in this. I've still got it, and I use it for my subathon, which was really cute because like the last page has a message for when I told her I hit affiliate, and then the next page was like my 1K subathon. So it was just like,
Aw.
and it's just nice to have everything in one place, and I can like add to it and like put my own memories in it. So yeah, it's very cute.
It is very cute. I remember you telling me this on Who Are You as well, and it was
Yeah.
it was so like it's. Hey, if you have a friend that's a streamer, that is one of the coolest things you can ever do for them. Because I mean, it probably costs a little bit, yes, I'm sure. But let's go. But as far as like as thoughtfulness, like out
It was
there.
just the time she put into it and like making it look so pretty and like sticking things, and I was just like, oh my goodness, it just yeah. Very cute.
Hello, Bob. Welcome in. Howdy, howdy, hi, Bob. Space. What's up? We have Bo Bob and we have Bob today, and we have Bobby Fat. We have a lot
Too
of
many
Bobs.
too many Bobs.
Hi, Bobs. Bobs, Skull, say hi to you. Mingle, Bobs. Bobs, mingle. Meet each other. You're all lovely, by the way. So, I mean, if there's any other Bobs in chat that don't have them in their username. Favorite vacation you've ever taken? I actually did not hear this one. You said something
That's
about.
fine.
Where did you say you went?
So I went into railing,
Railing,
which is
okay.
like
I thought you said rating, and I was like, oh.
raining.
You're rating someone was a vacation too? Okay, all right, hey. Who
You
am
know
I to
what?
judge?
Whatever. Yeah, sorry, I just can't speak when I'm under pressure or like at all anyway. But yeah, so I went into railing for 3 weeks with 2 of my friends. So basically we went round I think 7 countries in Europe. We did about 2 or 3 days in each one. And like went by train and like did a little route round. And yeah, I went to a few different cities that we'd never been to before with like 2 of my closest friends, and it was just like the best experience ever. It was so good.
Awesome.
It's a good way to just sort of like get a little taste of like different countries and stuff. But it's nice because I can be like, yeah, I've been there and there and there, and then I can be like, oh, maybe I'd go back to that place and do more. And it was just really good fun time. It was really nice.
Cool. I wish North America was more like Europe in that sense of where you could actually like go and get to other places really like easily, like other countries and so on, and see more countries and see more different cultures.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there's 3. Like there's and that's all
Yeah,
there is in North
exactly.
America. And like and there I mean there's only so much you can see, and I've been to all 3, and I mean, hey, it's like I've seen North America, but like I mean, I haven't, but like
Yeah, I get you.
I wish it was a little bit easier to get to say I wish I was able to say I've seen more countries, because I've only seen really North America, and that's about it.
Mm.
However, soon.
Soon.
You said your favorite animal. I should have known. Was a guinea pig. So
I know, what a shocker. Who would have guessed?
so I have a couple questions. First off, why guinea pig?
Like, have you seen them? They're literally amazing. They make these stupid little noises. They literally look like potatoes, and they're just like hanging out. I literally look over at them sometimes, and they're just sitting there like, I'm like, whoa, I'm gonna have that in my room. Like, that's so
Well,
sick.
You should watch more of my streams if that impresses you.
Just you just hanging out. Honestly, the way they literally look like they're dead sometimes, I'm just like, do I wake them up and like risk them getting mad at me, or do I just accept they're dead? Like,
and then I have a
RIP.
question.
Mhm.
You collect guinea pig cats?
Yes, let me show you. This is my box of guinea pig hats.
Okay.
Um,
You can show us. Yeah, no, show us.
I will. We've got this is for like if they're like out on the farm.
Okay.
This is their Halloween witch's hat.
Okay.
Got like a little rose
Where do you
in
get
it.
these,
There's
by the
actually
way?
there's a shop on Etsy, a girl who
Oh, it's
makes these
amazing.
ones. So this one was just from Amazon. This one is from this girl on Etsy, Fauna Forest. Thank you, shout out. Then she also got me. I also got this little strawberry
Oh.
one. It's my current favorite one. It's very cute.
That's cute.
And then Kerry's parents bought them scarves, and
That's so
and Santa hat.
cute.
So they've got matching ones of those. This is my first one I got, which is the Disney one, which the lady also made as well, which I fucking love because I've got like an almost matching version of it as well.
That's so cute.
They also have these top hats, which Neve, who was in chat, brought them.
You mean sorry,
Um,
you mean
Meow. Yeah, that was from Neve. Meow. And then these ones, smaller Disney ones that I snapped off of the shampoo bottles when I went to Disneyland. Because I was like, they'd make great hats.
Oh my
And
god, a
then-
vandal and a thief.
And then that was when Krobus turned 1 and I made him a party on stream
goodness,
to
that's so
celebrate.
cute.
Yeah, thank you for coming to my guinea pig hat haul.
Oh my
Really
goodness.
appreciate that. Yeah,
So
people
now-
can redeem them on my stream and like, they try them on.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
So
See what's
cute.
called. See what's called. Yulissa is like probably melting right now because Yulissa does similar things. With their quails and chickens. And so it's guys. I saw Yulissa say that they're gonna check out the Etsy for the hats now. Ali
Put
needs
it in
a
the
hat,
chat.
exactly.
Spawners Forest.
Exactly. Thank you. That is so cute. And hey, if any more of your animals have hats, I would love to see them on Discord. !Discord. We have Wash Your Paws channel there. Lucy, that includes
that's
you.
cute.
If there's any guinea pigs in there, there's some cute ones in there. There's a lot of pictures of Ali. There's pictures. There's dogs. There's everything. It's great. Arrow's been filling it up.
was gonna
I
say.
think we have a bunch of people that have been there. Ulysses
There's
been putting in there.
Brooks.
There's so many. Yeah, there's so many cute pupperoos in there.
So cute.
Yeah, and Perfect has been there too. That's another one that I'm missing there recently. But the bunch of cute animals there. If you'd like to put them in there, we'd love to see them. So yeah, any animals or pets that you have, we'd love to see.
I love that.
You said your favorite family tradition was getting PJs on Christmas. So explain.
Yeah. So like Christmas Eve, we always get matching pajamas. Like mum gets us all like new pajamas and they're always matching. And then we take like really cringy like photos of one on the Christmas tree, but it's very cute.
Those are good memories. Those are great memories.
Yeah, it's nice because we usually just like spend it together and like especially because I was working this Christmas Eve, like but only during the day. So it's nice to kind of come home and then like everyone was there. We got new pajamas. We were then like watched a little Christmas movie. And yeah, it was just cute. I do have so many fucking Christmas pajamas now, though. That is the only problem. I am hoarding so many. But yeah, no, it's very cute.
I ran into this issue, and I really hope my mom's not lurking because my mom usually is lurking this stream. Because Mom, I'm sorry.
Mom
Yeah, 'cause
check. Mom
I
check.
also know that you're probably watching with my grandma, who's also part of the story, which is where I also have the further issue. So my family does this thing where a lot of them buy PJs. Like they're awesome. Don't get me wrong. I agree. I'm the same sort of thing. Where it's kind of cute where everyone in your family gets to hang out on Christmas Eve and stuff like that. But I usually get for Christmas from work. I get PJs. I get them from my grandmother, and sometimes even my mom.
PJs from work.
Yeah, it's like a little gift from like our work. They give PJs.
Aw,
Yeah,
that's real cute.
they're actually one of the comfiest ones I've ever got was actually from work, and they're little they have little polar bears on them, and they're great. But yeah, so I don't know, like it's just one of those things. But like I love them, but then I get like way too much of them, and I'm like,
this is my.
I don't even wear PJs that much.
This is like nor do I. I don't even really wear pajamas. I have one huge t-shirt that I sleep in sometimes. And I don't use. I have a whole drawer of pajamas that I just never ever wear. But I'm like, well, I like pajamas though because they're comfy. But like, I just don't ever use them.
Bob, to answer your question of how does work know my PJ size, I mean, it'd be kind of sus if I didn't wear a uniform that they know the size of. So that is why.
I like how it's like your specific PJ size. Like it couldn't be your any other clothes. It's just your pajama size.
Yeah, I actually have custom sized measurements for my PJs. It's not actually. I'm not a large. I'm actually a large medium. Actually, you have to get the legs right. The waist.
PJ measurements.
Yeah, exactly. They actually tailored me for PJs. It's all good, Bob. Alrighty. The favorite gift you've ever received? You said your ticket to travel.
Yeah, that was honestly like, I could probably think of a better one now. I think about it, but I don't know. Can I? I've never had a single thought in my life, but I did get my interrailing ticket as part of a Christmas present.
Okay.
So and that was nice because like I really like getting gifts of like experiences and like things that I could put towards like doing something.
Okay.
Like and I love my family dearly. And they always put so much thought into like what they get me. And like my extended family are very big on like physical gifts, which is really sweet. But I always love. I think it's so nice to be given or to give like an experience. Do you know what I mean? Like because then with that ticket, which like was obviously a big gift, but I got to have 3 weeks that were just like some of the best experiences and memories of like my life so far.
That's awesome.
And it's just like amazing that like as one gift that was like open up 3 weeks of fun shit. Your video was. I'm just seeing Adam in chat saying my video was the best gift. That was another very good gift. He made me a very lovely video. Him and Kerry for my subathon. Okay, I'm changing my answer to that because I feel like he's watching. So yeah, Adam and Kerry are the best people in my life, and they gave me the best gift in the world. Thank you very much. Fuck.
Good job. I think they believed you.
Yeah, I've got that.
Oh my goodness. Well, that is quick questions. For those of you that voted that Lucy would beat the thing, well, I mean, you'd be wrong. So that's okay. What's called? However, this is the part of the show where we take some questions from the audience, as well as I have some questions for you before we go into a break. So chat, if you'd like to ask any questions on to our lovely guests or to me, you can go into the channel points and ask some questions. I mean, you can do it at any point in the show. However, later in the show, sometimes we do not ask the answers if the conversations have gone to a certain point. But if you'd like, you could ask these questions. So we are going to the what's it called? I see we have one from Donovan here. And Donovan asks, the one that we always get. The one we always get here. And that is, Lucy, toilet paper, over or under?
Right. I feel very strongly about this. Very, very strongly about this. And it's like, I literally do not care. I don't understand why there's such a debate on this. Like, I have never noticed. I literally never notice whether it's over or under. I just simply grab, wipe, dispose. I don't care.
So what do you?
Valid. Thank you, B. But it's I don't notice it.
There we go. Sorry, I was resetting my camera quickly here. So if you had to, though, I mean, I get it is. It's better than under. I agree. Doesn't matter that way. See, I know what Wolf it might be already typing right now, and that is, well, as long as it's there.
Yeah. So honestly, I'm just grateful to have some toilet roll. You're so brave for sharing your truth. Thank you, Sasha. Honestly, I just don't notice. And if I'm changing the toilet roll, it's going on as fast as I can, and then it's not my problem anymore. Then my mum can't be mad at me for not changing it because I've changed it. I'm not gonna put it on and be like, "Oh no, it's the wrong way. Fuck." No. Over it. As soon as it's on, I don't care anymore. That, and I will stick to this. I don't care. But this is the thing. I just have. I'm so bad at just like sitting on the fence for every opinion.
Just say, it's not like you're very indecisive. Well, it's okay. We got two more. We got two more. We got two more from this question. This question has grown some legs. Unfortunately. So the next question here is what we've been talking about now. We're talking about how you wipe your ass, Keisha.
Yeah.
Let's go. This is the I heard over it, but I only heard over it. That's what I'm hoping I heard too. Lucy, when we're wiping, are we scrunching or are we folding?
Let me think. I'm trying to think of my process. The artistic process that I go through when wiping. I think I go for like, oh no, I can't sit on the fence with this again because I always feel like I go for like a scrunch fold. Like it's like a fold, but it's a bit messy. Do you know?
So I guess I think
It's like a half-assed
scrolled. That's not a fucking word. Oh my goodness.
It's not like I'm grabbing it, we're kind of folding maybe, but it's.
Bob brings up a good point. Why would you scrunch?
Why would you scrunch? Laziness. Yeah.
A frunch. Oh, I scrolled. Oh my goodness, I hate all of you. All those preferred lines are bust. Exactly.
Oh, Sasha's bougie. She's like doing origami with this shit. She's like, a swan.
Scorpio's getting up the iron. Oh my goodness. Oh, what's up, Sunny Movement in chat? Can everyone get to say hi to the lovely Sunny Movement in chat? Hello, Sunny, what's up? Scrolled? Oh my goodness, yeah. Oh my goodness. And then the final question of these three, and I don't even know if you've gotten any points here because it's just kind of like I don't even know what your answers have been half the time. You've somehow like let's hope you don't go in the middle of this one because this will be a little bit
I
weird.
promise I won't.
I should ask a really hard hitting question here. Just kidding. No, I'll keep it with the thing here. When we're wiping, are we being front to back or back to front?
Right, back to front. And I feel like the correct way is front to back, but I generally don't understand how it works. I'm like, that shit's gonna chafe. Right,
I'll
back
let
to
you.
front.
I'll let you rechat. Henry sent me.
No, I
get it's not a single wipe. I get it's not a single wipe. I get it.
Right, I understand it's supposed to be back front to back, but I don't get how that's not uncomfortable. Because I feel like that's just gonna go against the grain.
I get you. I understand on that part.
Thanks.
Damn, right out here making Lucy out herself to the whole internet savage. Welcome to Connections, where we make your favorite creator feel like shit. Oh my god, against the grain. Are you a hedgehog? It's just skin. Oh my god, you guys are ruthless. I mean, you're not wrong, but you're ruthless. Oh my goodness.
I just couldn't get the angle. Have you met Clay?
Fucking god. Oh my goodness. Fucking moth.
Viv, thank you.
Squid. What the fuck is this podcast? This is why okay, Keisha, you were asking why we do this, why we ask these questions. This is why. Fucking content, baby. That's why, Keisha. Because we get to really know about creators. You don't understand how much you get to know about creators when you ask them about how they wipe their ass. Sorry, go on.
How do you put? I just want to make it clear. I'm not like. I don't know how to say this.
Educated.
I'm not going with the pooey tissue to the front. The areas are being wiped individually, but from the back. Thank you. Good night.
So, like, we're going down the slide, not up the ladder. Want to make that clear.
My instincts ladders now, like
down the slide.
In my cooch.
Up the ladder.
Oh, thank you, Viv. Viv understands, and that's all I need. I just.
It's so still avoiding Dookie Coochie.
100%, dude, but that is my number one priority at all times. There is no poo in the front, but we're just going 1, remove, 2, remove. Does that make sense? Like, we're doing the front bit, but from the back, and then we're doing the back bit also from the back.
Are you okay?
No. I really never thought I'd have to talk about my pussy this much on the stream so early in, but that's fine.
Welcome to Connections. Oh my goodness. Well, anyone else sweating? Alrighty. Well, we have some more questions. Let's get out of the toilet here. I hope there's so many clips of that part there. Lucy abrasive coochie.
Go die, egg. I've had enough.
lucymoofy? No, Lucy Coochie.
I'll rebrand. Someone gift 100 subs right now and I'll do it.
Too funny. Okay, we start a hashtag on Twitter. Viv, you make that hashtag, I'll tweet it. Oh my goodness. I have another question here from the lovely Moth. And I don't know if you saw the comments earlier. Moth is wondering, can I have my necklace back?
Yeah, fine. Nah, just kidding. It's mine, bitch. Moth is talking about I like calling her Moth because she finds it really annoying. Moth IRL, a good acquaintance, special friend of mine, made me this necklace.
Oh my goodness.
She made me a necklace with a bit of sea glass in it. It's very cute.
Aww.
So it was my birthday last year and we'd only been together a week, but our first date was to a beach and like the arcades. So she put a bit of sea glass and she wrapped it herself. She didn't know how to do it and put it on a necklace and gave it to me for my birthday. It's very romantic, very gay. 10 out of 10 girlfriend points. Go to Morph.
Love it. We love it.
But no, you can't have a back, bitch. It's fucking mine. So something else.
Viv, I'm waiting for this tweet to go out, by the way. I'm waiting. Sitting here waiting. Reloading my Twitter.
Justice for Lucy
Waiting.
Gucci.
Lucy Gucci. Well, is it the best gift you've had?
One of them. Yeah. Definitely one of the best. I've had a lot of amazing gifts. I feel like I'm under a lot of pressure now, Kerry. Okay, no, you know what? Scrap that. Yes, it's the best gift I've ever had. Thank you so much.
Hey. Do you wipe? How do you wipe? No. From the back to Brett.
I can't do this anymore, Brett. I'm off. Time out.
Oh, okay. Bees fucking sport gaping. I love that emote, by the way, B. You're posting on Twitter and tagging me, Brent. Thank you, Vampa. We'll take a look at it on stream too. And then there is Wolf's question, which has slowly becoming one of those big questions that we ask every stream. Wolf asks, how did you get your gamertag / username? And what was your first gamertag / username?
So my current one, lucymoofy, is because my childhood nickname for my parents is Moofy. No idea where it came from. But I was always called Moofy like growing up. And like my mum still calls me it now. It's like Moof or Moofles or Moofy. So I used to kind of use that, and I used to use that when I was a bit younger as well. Sometimes on gamer tags, but also I went for a really cringe phase in like high school. But like anyone else who used to like be obsessed with Dan and Phil, the YouTubers, or
Recognize
anyone?
the name. I don't know if I've ever watched it. I recognize his name.
Big fan, and they had this like whole thing of llamas, and so I was like Lucy Llama for a little bit. In my kind of cringe emo teenage phase. I actually still have anyone that I've actually still got the llama hat.
Aww.
This is Dan and Phil merch. And I wear it on stream if people make me.
Aww.
So yeah. What about the Lucy part? That just came to me in a dream.
I don't know why that took me so long to catch up. so without that being a joke. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's too funny. Well, that is the question we have from the chat for now. We might have more later, of course. Chat, if you want to, you're more than welcome to ask there. I have some questions for you. However, before we get into that, chat, I need y'all to do something for me. Got a little thing here. We're just gonna go here. We're gonna lose Lucy for 1 second here as we go to the desktop screen here. Right here, I'm gonna tweet this little thing. It's hashtag Lucy Gucci. I don't want anyone to say any context. No one say nothing. I just want you to either retweet or like the post. That's all I want. Just retweet or like exclamation. Here, can we exclamation mark Twitter? If you can go there, make it trend. I want it trending in Britain. I want it trending in North America. I want it trending in Europe. I want it trending everywhere. Hi, Fluffy, by the way. Fluffy, I need your help doing this. Retweet or like it. Yes, go like Vampas too. I also, right there too, is underneath it. You can go retweet as well. Oh, I didn't even like it. What the heck? Like and retweet. Exactly. Hashtag I was here. Exactly. See?
I was here.
Retweet and like no context. If anyone asks what the fuck you're talking about, be like, no. Just don't say anything. Just like
just Lucy Gucci.
Should have been there, bitch. Or if you'd like, you can link them to our channel or the YouTube. That maybe. Or the podcast that'll be up later. Exclamation mark podcast in chat. Yes, thank you. Look at that. Love to see it growing. We're going to the moon, Vampa. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon on the Lucy Gucci. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
too
incredible.
Funny. All right. Well, thank you, chat. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at you guys flying. Love to see it. But yes, go retweet, go and do those. Lucci coin. Oh, Viv, you on one today, Viv. You really on one. So that is on Twitter if you'd like to, exclamation mark Twitter there if you'd like to go and see that Vampa's tweet. Yes, go make sure you go like and retweet Vampa's as well as mine if you do that. Justice for Lucy Gucci. Oh, too funny. However, I have some questions for you now too. The chat has gotten their time. Now it's my turn to ask you some
Okay.
questions here. Okay. And my question for you, Lucci, which might be your new nickname from me.
Great, amazing.
I love being
I
Lucci.
love it. Better than Gucci's.
I mean, it isn't. What made you want to begin streaming? What made you want to click that go live button for the first time and start streaming? What did that build up look like, and those first moments of streaming look like?
Yeah, okay. So it was the end of 2020, and it was like the group of girls I mentioned earlier, we were all kind of like hanging out. It was like, honestly, Among Us. A fucking Among Us, man. That shit got me back into gaming. We don't give enough credit to Among Us for like bringing people together and shit, like during lockdown, and
It's true.
go strong Among Us. So we were all playing that together, and then one of my friends was like, "Oh, you should like stream it so we can like watch it back." So I kind of like streamed it a couple times just so we could like watch them back and like make funny clips of it and stuff. Thanks for the Among Us. So good. And then my ex-boyfriend, who I was with at the time, he bought me some games for Christmas, and he lives like hours away, so we weren't together because of lockdown. So he was like, "Oh, you should like stream it so I can like see you playing them, because I obviously would like to see you play them." So now I streamed myself playing them so he could watch. And I remember in my first stream, like doing it for him, I was sort of like, "Oh, you know, if anyone comes in, that'll be cool. I want to be prepared just in case anyone does," but I wasn't really expecting it. And I had a few people come in, a few people who I still have now come into my streams, like Apterix and comes in a lot, and there's another guy called Bob who comes in sometimes, and they were like there for like the whole thing, and our next like 3 streams, I'm like, this is really nice, and I really started to enjoy it. And obviously like my first streams, like the clips from it are fucking horrendous. I was on a laptop on my bed. I didn't even have I had a book for a mouse pad and my laptop, and I didn't even have a desk. I was just on my bed. Appalling quality. But yeah, and so I just sort of did that and then enjoyed it. Then obviously some of like my friends also came in as well, were joining me. And yeah, I just sort of went from there because I found it quite fun. I've always just loved meeting people there and just like chatting and rambling. So I think that's why I enjoyed it so much. But yeah. Thanks to my ex-boyfriend, shout out.
I will say though, chat is I think everyone has a very similar story. Similar starting
Really?
streaming story is you have your like, whether it's a laptop with a book and a mouse for a mouse pad, like that type of things. It's common. Like my setup, my first ever stream was on a MacBook, which by the way, shout out to KP, by the way, and a friend of both of ours, who still streams on a MacBook, which impresses me more than anything because the quality is mwah, compared to what mine look like. Because mine was not amazing. What's it called? And it really sucked. And so I think everyone has to start somewhere. Use the equipment you have. I mean, if you can improve it, invest in yourself. If you're actually gonna do this full time, I think that's a great idea. But I would say is start somewhere. It's better to click the go live button than not do it at all and wonder what you would wonder what if type of thing. I clicked that almost, oh my goodness, a week from today will be 1 year when I clicked the go live button for the first time. Which, by the way, if anyone wants to hang out on my 1 year anniversary next week this time, I'd love to have you all there.
Sorry, I'm walking my fish, but I'd love to be there if I could.
What'd you say?
I'm walking my fish then, but sorry.
I get it. That's who walked. What's it called? But I would say is it like it you got to do it somehow. And my only regret about streaming and doing it then is that I did not do it sooner, because I've made so many lovely friends like this one here. What's it called? And so many more. And look at all the amazing people in chat today. We love Wugwats. What's it called? And there's so many amazing people that I've gotten to meet over the past 365 days and continue to meet new people. And I think that's the coolest thing ever. And I mean, yeah.
I think it's like, it's mad how like massive of a part, wait, I've forgotten how to word a sentence. It's such a big part of my life now, and it's crazy how big it is compared to like just over a year ago when like I was watching Twitch for like months before. Again, my ex used to watch him streaming to like so he could stream it to me. So like we were doing that for a while and I was watching other streamers. And it's crazy that I was like a couple of years ago I didn't even really know what it was. And then now it's such a massive part of my life. It's just so weird. Like
It's crazy what a year can do. A difference of a year.
mad. It's
Yeah,
so
no,
mad.
it is. There's so many differences in my life that I would have never guessed would have happened.
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
from a year to today, and we'll talk about that.
Mhm.
We'll talk about that on the next stream more than that. But no, it's definitely a lot has changed in the year for sure. Speaking of kind of like timelines in life, what is a summarized version? I'll do it for B. The TLDR version of your life.
See, how do you
From-
have much of my life?
From
My
like,
entire life.
What are the little stories from little Moof growing
Little
up,
move.
little Moof, all the way up into the Lucy Coochie we know of today.
That's it. I'm disconnecting. I'm off.
You're done.
Yeah, done.
Okay.
Wow. TLDR of a life of move. Carrie's begun it. She was a
Annoying from the
breech bird.
start.
My mum's having an emergency reaction. That is so true. I woke my mum up in the middle of the night to be like, "Hey, bitch, I'm coming out. I want to be born." And then I was breached. Then I had to be an emergency C-section. Good for me, I guess. Just love the attention.
Some things
And
never
then, like,
change.
I literally. And then I went, then I got a little bit older, went to school, which I still had to be centre of attention because I got myself in so many accidents, like breaking my arm, getting a nipple finger, like doing other shit like that.
There's some things I just black out, and that was one of them. And holy shit, that came flying right back at me, and I forgot about
The trauma.
Okay,
Just things
so-
like that. I just honestly love the drama. That was just always me. Just love the drama. But yeah, so did a bit of school. I feel like school's quite uneventful. Not really a lot happened. Like you kind of do a bit, you make some friends, you get a little bit bullied, you kind of move on. Trying to think. There wasn't anything really notable. I was just little and annoying. Then I went to college, got a little bit more annoying. I went to uni, got extremely annoying, but then I like simmered down a little bit. Like I had a really annoying first year. Then I was like, "Oh, Lucy, grow up," and then I did. And then now, like, I'm still annoying, but in a cooler way. So
What-
that's me.
So what would you say is a little annoying still?
Is there what?
What would you say the little stories in between from there? Like, what are some memorable moments you would say in your high school years of being annoying, and in your college years of being annoying, and in your uni years of being annoying? What were any stories that you can think of in there that would define those quite well?
Oh my goodness, it's define me being annoying. This is tricky.
You don't have to define you being annoying. I'm joking, but I'm just saying it's like is just stories in there that would define those times.
Define me. Yeah. Let me think. I don't know. Like high school, I feel like it's just so weird for everyone. Like it was kind of weird because I kind of obviously met a lot of friends that I'm still friends with now, which is really lovely. But then I was also like incredibly like it wasn't like unpopular. I was just very nerdy and very kind of like awkward. So like wasn't the most popular kid. I got into my first fight in high school. It went really well. I got spat on. That was honestly a highlight of my life. We can laugh. It's funny. Like it's fine. But like it's actually kind of funny because like the girl had been eating barbecue crisp, and then she spat on me, and then there was like bits of crisp like all over my face,
Ew.
like barbecue. So it was like stinky.
Ew.
One era, yeah, a really big highlight.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, but that was also sort of like I think like in high school I got a lot more into like I was always like very independent. I put myself forward for like so many things in high school. I was doing like I was that bitch of like all the badges. Like, I don't think you really have that like in America, but like we have like prefect badges and shit. So I was like a music prefect, drama prefect, school council, like leading a reader. I was that bitch with all the badges. I was really annoying. Um, and yeah, I was just doing all the things. I was being a right little teacher's pet. And then I kind of got to like year 11 and I was like, oh, well, my exams are this year. This is definitely the right time to like rebel and be a little shit. So I kind of did that for a year. And then in college, I was also a bit of a little shit. Our college was like really chilled. Like a lot of other like schools are like really strict, more like high school kind of, but our college was literally like we called all our teachers by their first names. Like we could like come and go as we please. Like I would turn up to lessons and be like, I don't want to be here, I'm gonna go. And they'd be like, okay, we can't stop you, and I'd just leave. Um my teacher used to try and bribe me to stay in lessons with biscuits. She would buy me cookies and be like, Lucy, like I've bought these cookies, will you stay in this lesson? And then I would take the cookies and walk out. Because I
Terrible.
was rude, bitch. I was rude. I was so rude.
Oh my goodness, terrible.
Yeah, kind of toxic of me. But I still got an A in that subject. So honestly, like, I don't regret anything.
So that was college. You
That
said
was
right.
college,
And then
indeed.
university.
Then I went to uni and I studied drama. I actually like college was weird because I got my lowest grade was in drama because drama at college was awful. But I went to uni, enjoyed it a lot more. It was very, very good. Met a lot of very amazing people. Yeah, I had a bit of like a crazy first year. I was kind of silly, goofy, kind of wild, you know how it be. And then I got in a relationship at the end of first year, kind of calmed down a little bit. And that lasted 3 years. Yeah, first year Lucy was like ho era Lucy. She was out fucking dancing. She was crazy. She was a crazy bitch. She was drunk. She was mad. Good for her. Yeah.
Okay. And then you said so university ends. When did you graduate? Because you did graduate from drama and theater. So when you
Yes.
graduate that?
So I graduated, God, when did I graduate? 2020?
And it all seems
Yeah.
like a blur now, I know.
Honestly, like these last 3 years, do they even exist? No. So I kind of graduated in 2020.
In the pandemic or before
Well,
it?
it was so I kind of went into it. So I finished uni in June of 2020. So my last bit of uni was awful because obviously I was doing drama, but I was having to try and do a show online, like through Zoom
We love
with
Zoom shows,
like
yeah.
6 other people, which was just the fucking most awful thing in the world ever. But came out of it with first, so can't complain. And then after that, moved back home. Well, I had to move back home for the last bit of uni anyway. And then kind of fucked around, didn't work for a bit, and then got a job in a tea room where I am now, and it kind of backfired because like my friend worked at the tea room, and she was like, "Yeah, I needed a job." And I was like, "Fine." I was desperate. I took anything. I was like, "I don't want to work in hospitality. I'm not going to enjoy it, but that's good because that'll push me to then move out, get a better job, like so I won't want to do it." I really, really enjoy my job, which is not what I expected. And it's not really given me that push to leave. But no, I really enjoy it, which is nice. It is a nice thing because I met some really, really amazing friends there. And I just really enjoy it. I feel very confident and comfortable in it. Like it's like my vibe. I like it.
That sounds awesome. You said a tea room? Is that like what is that? A tea room?
So it's sort of like a cafe, but it's not very like coffee orientated, if that makes sense. So
Okay.
like the tea room I work in is owned by a jam company, so we focus a lot on the jam. So we do like cream teas and like afternoon teas, like very like traditional like British stuff like that. And they focus on like a lot of the products have like their jams in. The coffee, I'm not barista trained at all. Like the coffee, I push a button and it comes out, and it's amazing. Because like if I go into work, and I'm like, I want a latte. I'm like beep boop, and then a latte comes out, and it's so good. And then I love, and honestly, the best bit is telling the customers that because they get so angry. Because they're like, this latte tastes bad. And I'm like, oh, I'm really sorry, but like I just press a button and it comes out. And they're like, you just press a button for the coffee to come out. And I was like, yeah. And they're like, that's awful. For a 4-star establishment, I'd expect you to be barista trained. And I'm like, okay, well, we're not. And it's lovely seeing how angry they get. It's amazing. It's the highlight of my life.
Best part of the job.
I literally, because we live in, it's quite a like affluent area, so there's lots of like really rich old people coming in who think they're just like the bee's knees, you know? They think everyone bows down to them, and it's so nice just putting them in their place.
Oh my goodness,
So many
too funny.
stories.
Hey, it
So good.
sounds great, and we look forward to hearing them. However, we're gonna take a little bit of a break here. We're gonna go on a little break, and then when we come back, we're gonna play Two Truths and a Lie. So, chat, what that means that you could have the possibility to possibly win this, or well, to get some tickets to win this Steel Series headset in our giveaway here. If you haven't already, this will be the time to go and type !giveaway !tickets to go and see the link as well and see how you can get in there. Thank you, Wolf. And go there as well. Am I out of this one? What do you mean? Are you out of this? Out of like this giveaway? No, anyone can join. Anyone that is, unless you are a mod of my channel or me, can win this. So yes, 100%. Oh, the pick me. No. Pick me's for something else. Don't worry. No. You're still good, Moth. You can sign up in that thing if you go click that link that that Wolf put in chat. You can go and see how you can win tickets. We are drawing in later the month. No, next month, April 2nd. You have to be there for that stream. So that's the only real requirement aside from everything else. However, chat, don't go anywhere. Enjoy the reels. Maybe go get yourself a drink, though. You deserve that. But be right back here in about 5 minutes when we do Two Truths and a Lie, and we're giving away some more tickets, hopefully, for this headset. We'll see you guys in just a sec. Hi. I had the wrong thing, chat. One sec.
Or like what was it there that happened? Because I think not only me, but I think my sisters needed him too. I think we needed him, and he wasn't there, and I never understood why. And I don't even know. Maybe he would say I don't know, and that's okay. But I think there would be some sort of answer that I could say, okay, I can accept this.
If you wrote a book about your life up to now, what would the final line say?
I think it would end with something along the lines of, and she was happy. I think the ultimate goal of life is to achieve happiness. I hope happiness for every single person. That is the ultimate goal. It just perfectly summarizes it. You just want to be happy in life. I don't have to be big and famous and be filthy rich. I just want to be happy. That's all I want. It's very simple, but I just want to be happy.
What is the best advice that you have ever received?
It was to prioritize myself. I was always worried about my friends, and eventually that took a toll on me. My therapist was like, you have to focus on yourself. At the end of the day, you can't help everyone as much as you want to, and you can't please everyone. So focus on yourself, really understand how you're feeling, and set your boundaries. You have to prioritize your well-being.
What is the best piece of advice that you've ever received?
You're the only person that can take care of yourself. Ultimately, you can ask others for help, and often you can get help, and that's wonderful. But when it comes down to it, you're brushing your own teeth every day, you're putting pants, you're the one taking care of yourself, you have to. If I want things to get done, I have to be the person looking for change.
What life-changing event have you experienced?
So I was with this person for just under 3 years, I think. But in that time, I basically completely isolated myself from my family, my friends. I was just like a typical, like very insecure teenager. I moved out just to be closer to this person. And this was a kind of like very controlling environment. Like they decided what I dressed, what I said. I couldn't swear because it wasn't ladylike. I couldn't buy protein powder because it would make me bulky. Developed an eating disorder. Didn't go to college for this person. It was a very, very controlling environment, and I moved in with this person when I was 18. And that was where I actually realized what kind of situation I was in. I think the worst part about it was because I had isolated myself so much, there are people that I lost because I didn't go spend time with them when I could. I was only allowed to be around that person and that's it. You know, I lost my grandmother and I lost someone who was basically a father to me during that time. And I think that's actually one of the things that created a turning point for me was when I lost that person and the person that I was with told me that I just had to get over it. And I think mental abuse is something that's not talked about enough. I want people to know because I want people to be able to learn. If there is somebody in your life that is telling you how to dress and how to act and who to talk to and who to be around, that person is toxic and is not worth a moment of your time.
What is your biggest fear in life?
Regret. So I never want to put myself in a shoulda, woulda, coulda scenario. I want to know that I did my best in every scenario that I've ever been across. I want to know that if I thought I should be doing it, I did it. Even if I tried, who cares? I tried. If I failed, whatever, I tried. But I never want to regret not doing something. This is how I see it. You get born, there's that dash in the middle, and then you die. So it's all about, did you make your life worthwhile? Did you live to the fullest? Did you enjoy that moment? Because you got to remember, everything that you did, you don't take with you. Everything that you gained, you don't take with you. You got to understand that I got to enjoy what's here in the now. So absolutely, my biggest fear in this world will always be regret.
You're watching Connections, a podcast about human connections, premiering every Tuesday on Twitch TV/Brengra. What is the best piece of advice that you've ever received?
You live your life for you and you don't live it for anybody else. In reference at the time, it was about my dad and how I wanted to live my life, and you live your life for you. This is your life. You make it the way you want to. You're not here for a long time. You're here for a good time type thing. Do whatever makes you happy.
What life-changing event have you experienced?
So I was dating a girl and she just disappeared out of nowhere and she didn't really tell me why. Her parents showed up. Her mom gave me a letter. I was like, oh wait, where is she? It's just like, she recently passed away. That was like a life-changing moment to me because like in the letter it says, I apologize for not letting you know what happened to me because I didn't want you to be in the same pain where I was going to, because at the time she didn't tell me, but she had cancer. I was like, wow, I didn't know what that meant. That explains why she was very distant to me towards the end of the relationship. And what the note says, I apologize if your outlook on life or love changed because of me, but if you find someone that you truly love, don't let go of them.
Who do you feel closest to?
Like my nan, so my dad's grandma. She passed away because of dementia. That hurt me a lot because I was really close with her. For my 13th birthday, I was having a party at my house and she called an ambulance on herself and she forgot my name. And that kicked me in the ass. And when I lost her, I couldn't stop crying. Even now, I hate crying. But she was an amazing person. Like, she would give me change to go and help with her shopping. She would tell me all these stories of the war in London and stuff when she got evacuated. Like, you could sit down and have a conversation with her for days on end. She was such a beautiful person.
What is a lesson in life that you had to find out the hard way?
One of my first kind of really serious online relationships. We spent a lot of time together, very condensed. Due to their home life, they had to take an abrupt exit from everything online. First it was maybe every other day, which was that's a little weird. And then it became 3 days, 4 days, a week at a time. And I just had to sit with that giant question mark. And I got basically a one message heads up after not hearing from them about why things could not continue. And it was just a lot of external forces that caused some issues. All their social media has vanished. They're gone. And I haven't heard from them since. And sometimes you cannot get closure. Sometimes you just have to move on without knowing the answer.
If you could ask a single person one question, and they had to answer truthfully, who would you ask? Hi, chat. How's it going? What's up? What's up? Can everyone say hi, by the way, on the break? My lovely mom came into stream. Mama Lisa in chat. Can everyone say hi to Mama Lisa in
Hey,
chat?
Mama Lisa.
That's my actual mom. That's my real mom. Hi,
Real life
mom.
mom.
How's it going? Mom, are you with grandma still? That's the question. I don't know if you would be still, but are you still with grandma? Those of you that were in the Just Chatting stream that we did a couple weeks ago, I actually called my grandma on stream as well. And grandma said hi to everyone.
That's really cute.
It was really cute. Thank you everyone. I see a lot of people. I see Wolf, I see Arrow, I see Andy, I see Scorpio, I see. Oh, by the way, Scorpio, if you want me to call you something else, let me know.
Her
Let me know in
name's
chat.
Sasha.
Sasha? Do you want me to call you Sasha?
Yeah.
Is that what you want? Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Elissa. Yes, I'm with grandma. Everyone say hi. I don't know. Just when we say hi to grandma, I don't want
Hi,
to know if
Grandma.
I add a name to it. But hi, grandma, in chat.
Hi, Grandma.
Sasha's good. Thank you. Perfect. Sounds good, Scorpio. We'll do that. Thank you, Ma. Thank you. Hi, grandma. Exactly. Yes. Grandma, we love you. It's true. We do. Them cookies, top tier. All right. So, Lucy, this is the part, and for our friends that have been in here, this is the part of the show. Actually, sorry. Before we do that, Mom, are you watching? I have something to show you. I haven't shown you this, Mom. This is our new show that's coming up. My mom doesn't know anything about it because I haven't talked to her in a couple of days. Mom, you there?
Mom.
Mom, I threw up. No, we'll play it because I know there's a couple of people that just joined in late too. So maybe we'll play the intro for it as well. But I need to see if my mom is in chat. Mom, Mom, you dare? I was wondering if my mom has like really bad stream delay, which is very possible. I know my mom lurks a lot of these, and she usually just like listens. Grandma says hi to everyone, and I love you more, Brendan. Oh, Grandma, so cute. Okay, well, this is that was so sweet. Thanks, love you too. So this is the promo for the new one, Mom. If you might have to turn up your phone a little bit so you can hear it. Because I don't know how loud it is, but this is the new. I see you're here. You have bad stream delay. I'm sorry. I had to say it. We're like a couple seconds ahead of you. Or yeah. This is the new show that we have coming on March 29th. For those of you that didn't see it earlier, enjoy. This one is for the friends. The real ones. The day ones. The friends that hold your hair while you throw up at a party. The friends that hold you while you cry over a breakup. The friends that have heard all the stories. The friends that have created all the memories. The friends that were there at the highest of the highs. The friends that were there at the lowest of the lows. Those are some good old friends. So that is Old Friends coming on March 29th with our lovely friend Boaru. And here we'll click, boop, there we go. Boaru will be on our new show, our new podcast about reconnecting on March 29th at 4 p.m. I hope you guys will join us for this brand new show. We haven't had a new show in 6 months. The last show we added on was Who Are You, where we met today's lovely guest for the first time. So yeah. And it's funny because I was the only one who saw that.
Oh fuck! Okay.
There, yeah. Oh wow. So it's called. So that is a new show that's coming up. For those of you that are interested in joining us, I'd love for you to join us. It's really exciting. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. However, this is the part of the show where we play Two Truths and a Lie. Maybe you're new here. Maybe you've never seen what we do here before. Well, this. You're like, what does Two Truths, One Lie have to do with a podcast? Well, this is what it has to do. Watch the screen here as we show the brand new intro for Two Truths, One Lie that's been updated finally. The rules of Two Truths and a Lie are simple. Number one is that the guests can provide 3 statements about themselves. 2 are fact and 1 is a lie. Number 2 is that the viewers are going to be able to guess a false statement by voting in the poll. If the viewers are correct, all the viewers are going to get 10 tickets towards the giveaway. Subscribers will get 50 tickets. If Bren chooses the correct false statement, one of the viewers will become a VIP of this channel. So, The giveaway, by the way, that we're giving away is we're giving away this headset, the SteelSeries Arctis One wireless headset. It is designed for Xbox. It says on the back that it'll work for Xbox, PC, Switch, and Android. I don't know if it'll work for PlayStation. It could. I don't know for sure. I don't want to 100% confirm. But if you are interested in this, !giveaway, tickets are the 2 links that you need. How do I check if I'm in the raffle? If you have ! Tickets and you follow that thing there, that's how you get in the raffle. Yeah, get in there, man. Do it. Everyone should.
Ooh, ah.
I might honestly like message all like previous connections guests and be like, hey, sign up, because I mean, hey, that'd be dope. One of the connections guests getting a free headset, why not? Maybe you could even give away to your viewership if you win it. I'm just saying, if you'd like.
Stonks.
Stonks. So what's it called? That is what we are doing. We are playing To Choose and Lie. Lucy, I'm going to give the floor to you. Please tell us your 3 statements in no particular order, what your 3 statements are for To Choose and a Lie.
Okay, so I went with a little theme because I don't know if this is like the same everywhere else, but like in the UK, I feel like if you have like a hobby as a kid, you were just forced to do some sort of exam in it and like get grades in it. And as a kid, I was very lucky to be brought up doing lots of different hobbies and activities, some of which I have been graded for and have done exams for. And I have 3 here, and 2 of them I do, 1 of them I do not.
Okay.
So, first one is I have a grade 1 in verse and prose, so drama, speaking verse and prose.
Sorry, what is
Second one?
what is it? Sorry,
So
what
it's
is
called. It's like so it's called. So it's a grade 1 in verse and prose, which is basically like spoken word. So like.
What's a grade 1? Like, is that like,
So basically,
like the high level?
Yeah. So it's like the first level. It's like, so I think they usually go up to like grade 8. I think is the highest. So I don't know what it is. I don't know if you guys have it anywhere else. But usually for like artsy kind of creative things, you can go and apply to be graded in them.
Okay.
And do like exams like in your own time and for your own money. So all of these are about like having a grade 1 in these 3 different things. So the first one is spoken word.
You did this to us. You little beat us. Oh my God, they're learning. Chat, they're learning. This is the second guest in a row to do this. They've oh my God, you graded in hobbies.
Literally,
Fuck.
when I think about it, I'm like, that's so fucked. Like,
so
why
wait,
are we like stressing over this?
So grade
But
1 in
anyway.
drama, is that what you're saying? Is the first one?
Yeah, I'll shorten it to drama.
Okay.
That probably makes more sense.
Give me something that I can write down, okay?
Sorry, I have too many words. The second one is piano.
Grade 1 in piano.
Yep, and then the third one is modern dance.
And grade 1 in modern dance.
Yes.
Okay. And so grade 1 is that you are the first tier of it, correct?
That is like the bottom,
like the
that's
basic.
first one
You got
Yeah.
little like you passed the swimming class type of thing for like the little starfish. Got you. Okay.
You began.
Participation medal. Okay. So you have a grade 1 in drama, you have a grade 1 in piano, and you have a grade 1 in modern dance. Those are the 3 things here. So one of those is a lie. So we're going to start a poll here. Moth, you know what's great about this is that you don't have to vote and your name shows up. It's all anonymous. So I would love if you would still vote. We're gonna run a poll in just a moment here. It's gonna pop up on screen right below the little chat there, and it's also gonna pop up on your chat bar. I need you guys to sniff out what the lie is, because if you do, everyone's walking away here with 10 tickets. So Moth, that's what I'm saying. You really need to do this because that gives you some more tickets into the raffle. So that's why you need to make sure you vote in there as well. So.
Carrie does know though.
That's okay, but let's go. Carrie's gonna be anonymous, so it's not like it's gonna show up that like Carrie is voted for. So we're good. I mean, but hey, if Carrie wants to just accidentally slip up and tell us and give everyone the raffle tickets, I'm just saying. All right, we will run that poll here. We're getting it set up here. I've been doing perfect. Look at that timing. Wow, Wolf. Actually, hang on, Wolf. Can we hang on, Wolf? Pause, champ. Don't vote in that poll. Can we get a little bit of a longer poll, please? Is that possible? We get a little longer one. Chat, don't vote. Don't vote on that one. Hang on. Can we delete that one? Is it let it delete? Okay, just no one vote. Let it run out for the thing here. In 40 seconds here, we're gonna let it for 3 minutes. 3 minutes. We're gonna do it for 3 minutes because I want to dissect this a little bit and let chat dissect it a little bit too. And see what the cap is here. We're gonna see what it is. I need everyone in this one as well. I know there's a couple things in there too that I'm like, see, that's the thing is there's parts and pieces of this that I'm like, exactly. Actually, Wolf, can you do me a favor? Can you actually instead, is it possible to do 2 minutes? If it's possible to 2 minutes, that'd be great. If not, 3 minutes would be perfect. 2 or 3. Just because we've already read it for 1 minute. People have gotten their chance to think a little bit here and they're like, so we're gonna run one more poll. This can be the real one for realsies this time. I'm gonna click that box away. Be gone poll. And we're gonna run it one more time here for 2 minutes or 3 minutes, one of the two, and see if there. So we have a 2 minute on the clock there. So I need you guys to guess in the poll right now. Number 1 is that Lucy Cucci has a grade 1 in drama. Number 2 is that she has a grade 1 in piano. And number 3 is that she has a grade 1 in modern dance. So basically she has a beginner's kind of on that one. Did we just lose Lucy? I think we just lost Lucy. I'm pretty sure that, or she's really happy. We're gonna grade 1 basically means that we're just gonna go into this. We're gonna go into the main screen for a second here while we wait for our guests to come back. But please vote in the chat right now. Either 1, 2, or 3 as we do this here as well. So basically a participation award. Essentially, as you began is what Lucy said. As we wait to see where we have lost the lovely, amazing Lucy. We'll miss you, Luch. Yeah, rest in peace, Luch. In the arms of the Lucci. I see a lot of people going number 1. A lot of confidence in number 1 being the cap. That drama is it. I feel like you guys might be possibly right. What is happening here? We have fully lost our lovely British creator. The thing is, what is the thing, Viv? What is the thing? Tell me what the thing is. Because I see 6 people are going number 1. She texting me. Okay. I'll keep you updated. Thank you, Moth. Damn, Moth a real god mod. Could have done better. Oh, I see a guinea pig. Maybe not. And could have done better. Could have done better. She could have done better. Oh, I see. I see. That's the thing too. These guests, they're starting to learn a little bit, Vampa. You're totally right. But I see a lot of people, a lot of confidence in number 1 here.
I'm back.
You're back. Welcome back.
Sorry about that. I live in a village.
British moment. I've changed my guess. Ooh. Viv, what's your guess? I'm interested now. I'm interested, Viv. What's your guess? Before I guess. Because Chad has guessed number 1. Lucci.
Okay.
What's it called? But I haven't guessed yet, and I don't know. I feel like chat might be onto something here. And the reason I say that is I know you've graduated from drama and theater, but you never said anything about your hobbies being created. So that's where I'm like, I don't know. Exactly. I don't know. Lucy, I didn't say anything. It's bullshit. Moth told us everything. No, I'm kidding. Moth didn't say anything.
Moth was a good girl.
tried to scam them. Yeah, we tried to pay off, but didn't work. So chat says number 1 that drama is the cap. You know what? The last couple times I've gone against chat and I've been wrong, and so is chat. But I mean, today I'm gonna go with chat because I think that's putting on some good juju. So, Miss Moofy.
That's me.
That's just me.
Hi.
Thanks for the lurk, Mom. That is a weird sentence to say. A year. That's something a year ago today that I thought I'd never be saying.
Yeah, literally.
What's it called? Say hi to Grandma for me as well. I'm gonna go with chat today and say that the grade 1 in drama is the cap. Is Lucy Is that the lie? Is drama grade 1 the lie?
It is indeed.
Let's go, chat. It's been a long dry streak. Run that success. Let's go. Finally. Oh my goodness. It's been a bit of a dry streak over here in Bren's residence for the 2 truths, 1 lie. We've finally broken the drought, which means everyone's walking away with some. I love that Vampa emote, by the way, the Vampa dance one.
So good.
It's so good. It's great for any scenario. You can use it at a party. You can use it at a social gathering. It's great. Okay, let's see here. We're gonna set up this little thing here so you guys can get your raffle tickets here. HD got an HD. What's an HD? I'm
What is
confusion.
HD?
What's an HD? Vampa.
Please unpack this.
All right, here. Yes, we will. We will definitely unpack this here in a second here. All right, so the giveaway should be live here. So all you gotta do is !enter into the chat, and you will be entered into the raffle. Lucy, you're more than welcome to do it as well. And anyone else is able to get in there. I see some names popping up fast. If you are a sub, you will be getting 50 for this as well. Here, let me just show you here. See what we got here. We're gonna pop this over here. I'm gonna say bye to Lucy for 1 second so we can go and see the screen. Oh, Sag. Okay. So let's go. So this is what I have on my screen. I see Wolf, I see Moth, I see Plum, I see Newf, I see Renee, I see Arrow, I see Miss Coochie, I see Sasha, I see Viv, I see Donovan. I see Bob Space. I should be clear. Not this being my legacy. Oh. Hey, I mean, if you don't like it, you can always make another one. Neef.
Meow.
Neef. So each and every one of you will be getting at least 10 tickets, if not more, into the giveaway as well. So if you pop that in there, you get some points for the giveaway. Keep in mind, giveaway will be on the April 2nd at 4 p.m. So make sure you guys are there. Hi, B. Welcome in. Golly, I'm late. No, it's all good. Welcome in, Tony. How's it going? Good to see you. Welcome in. We are meeting the lovely Lucy Moofy, or as we call, Lucy Coochie.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
We do. Now we do. Oh my goodness. Did I get my points for gift stuff? If you message me, you will. Viv. Because you didn't message me on Discord like you were supposed to. Lucy Coochie, hashtag Lucy Coochie, exactly. That's what I'm
I
saying.
like it. It's kind of like growing on me.
You
I
like
think
it?
it really suits me. Yeah, I think it's just very me.
It is.
Having a coochie.
I mean, oh my
Timmy.
goodness, Plum, thank you for the gifted sub to Neve. you just want to hear me say it again, didn't you? You just want me to hear you say Neve again. Thank you, Plum, so much for a gifted sub. Oh my goodness. Neve. Oh my goodness, Plum, you were so amazing. Thank you so much. Our beloved Lucy Coochie. Yeah, really. Oh my goodness, too funny. Oh, look at that. You're the gift leader now. Oh my goodness. Wow. Number one in our hearts as well, Plum. Well, thank you so much. Alrighty. Well, let's unpack these. Let's unpack these things here. Yeah, you got the sad, Brendan sad. Oh, yikes. Regret is already hit. Alrighty. So obviously the grade 1 was a lie.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any little bit of truth? Obviously you've graduated with it, but is there any other truth to that?
Yeah, so when I was I used to do the Saturday theatre school up until when I was about 11 till I was about 18. And they offered to do exams for it, and I didn't do grade 1. I went straight in at grade 8 because I'm a bad bitch, and I got a distinction.
Oh.
Not to flex or anything, but yeah, so I didn't actually, because I was one of the oldest ones doing it, and because I started really late, like, I just went straight into that one. And didn't work my way up. Viv was on to me. I was like, when I was making up these truth and lie, I was like, it's either going to get people or it's going to be so obvious. But it's fine.
It probably would have got me if Chad didn't go for it, honestly. So
yeah,
fair.
Yeah.
And then your next one, you have a grade 1 in piano.
Yes, I did piano like all through like primary school, and secondary school.
Okay.
And I only just scraped grade 1 out of it. I am so appallingly bad at piano. It's not even funny. I did on my grade 1, literally just scraped the pass on it, like by a few marks. And despite how long I played it for, the only song I can play on the piano is Mad World, and that's it.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, hey, you can play one more song than I can play on piano, so to
Right.
be fair. And then you said you also have a grade 1 in modern dance as well.
Yeah, so when I was like really little, so like early years of school, me and my friend went to these like fucking modern dance classes. And I'm not even joking. We got to pick out little leg warmers. I had neon pink leg warmers. And like my little like leggings, like little tank top, and I'd be like, and then we had like this little like grading thing, and it was just really cute. I remember it quite vividly, just being like, it's just like we had to do it as like a pair, and just like stupid. It was like just like little dance moves, and then I got my grade 1, and I was like, how was that so fucking easy? I could do it as like a 5-year-old child. But my grade 1 in piano, I took when I was like what 15, and I scraped it. I don't understand. They did not correlate at all.
Oh, that's funny. I was laughing at Tony's thing. I know y'all are saying grade 1, but I can't help but hearing great one. Well, I'm sure Lucy was a great one at all of those. So
Yeah, apart from piano.
Also, I see one of our friends in here. Hi, Gub.
Gub.
On the brink of passing out again. Mad that I missed a lot of this. The only thing I only checked was Twitch. Aw, love you most, Brent. Oh, thanks, Gub. Love you too. Have a good night, Gub. Thanks for stopping by at least. Appreciate you as always. Everyone give mois and good nights to Gub for me, please. All right, well, that is 2 Truths, 1 Lie. Congratulations, chat. If you haven't already, ! Enter. Get yourself in there. Get some extra tickies. Gub getting those 50 pack as well before Gub
wikis.
goes off as well. Wolf, can you please make sure that I get that in chat there so I make sure I add that to the tally? Because last time we checked, which is not updated, this may change. The current ticket leader is Iggy. NTF Iggy is in the lead with currently 126, but that is not updated for today's stream, so that could possibly change today. We will find out later. If you'd like to get some more tickets, ! Tickets is how you can get some more ! Giveaway if you haven't looked at it already to see what we're doing on this giveaway as well. However, this is the part of the show, Lucy, where we get down to we get down. We got down the nitty gritty and get to the other some deeper questions, if you will.
No, that's okay. Let's
Right,
go.
exactly. Donovan, how is he in the lead? Donovan, he has bought two packs. You've bought one. That's the only reason. The only difference between you two is that he has bought 2 packs. You've bought one. I haven't added today's though either. So yeah, I think you're gonna be tied up to today. So actually you'll have more because Arn, I don't think he's been in the thing here. Plum got another 50 pack. Let's add it to the thing there, Wolf, because I'm better. Is the throat goat. So I mean alrighty. Well, let's start off here. What do we got here? Let's Actually, let's start with one that I don't usually ask right off the thing. I got Viv on another 50 pack. Wolf, I'm gonna need you to make sure we have the one for Plum added onto our list. I need the one from Viv on our list. We got a lot of packs coming in here quick. Everyone's getting some ticket packs here. Let's go. Everyone getting some things. I thought this was gonna be like the tickets were gonna be like probably like a range of like 50 to like 200. I didn't realize that like already people are like ticket pack, another ticket pack.
More.
Exactly. More. So, however, all it takes is one. I hope you guys would be there for the stream too. To enter, you're gonna have to be there for the stream. So make sure you save that time, you mark that date, mark it on your calendar. April 2nd at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, we're going to be doing the raffle. You have to be in the stream. We're going to do the big wheel, if you guys know what that is, and all the way down until there's one left on the board. So, Lucy, we've talked about a lot of things. We've talked about your guinea pigs hats.
We have.
We've talked about you being a grade 1 in a piano, modern dance, and a grade 8 in drama, as well as graduating with drama with distinction, I think you said. and we've talked about how you don't know how to wipe your ass in any form or fashion.
Right, no, we did not talk about that. Miss me with it, but continue.
We've talked about how you got your favorite number from a magazine. We've talked about how you get pajamas for Christmas. We've talked about your obsession with chocolate. We've talked about a lot of things in the last while. But this is the time of the show where we get deep and talk about the real side of you and get to know a little bit more deeper down about you. Sit down. This is an intervention. Okay. It's called this. However, we are going to get into the more serious questions for those of you that don't know this show. If it is something that could possibly be something that you might be triggered off of any sort of sense, we love you and we appreciate you, but we also want everyone to feel comfortable here. So by all means, if you have to leave us on a lurk or something like that, that is totally understandable. We understand that. We hope you will join us for today if you have the mental capacity to, because I understand that everyone is different stages in their life. However, Lucy, we're start with one of my favorites here. How happy are you right now?
Oh my goodness. Honestly, like pretty happy. Like, I think it's like quite a comfortable point of my life at the moment because like it sounds funny, but like I don't have any massive stresses. Like I think I think also like, it's awful that it relies on this, but money is such a defining factor of happiness. And people like to be like, oh, money doesn't matter. You can be happy, like money isn't everything, but like it's easy to say that when you've got a lot of money, but if you're constantly struggling to kind of make ends meet and stuff, that just takes such a toll when everything has to focus on that, when everything sort of relies on that. And at the moment, I have a job which, yeah, they pay me shit, but like I'm living at home, so I'm not really got much. I don't pay much rent. I don't have many outgoings, so like it's a comfortable point. Like I'm just very comfortable. And yeah, of course, there's days that suck and stuff like that, and you know, but I'm in a good place. I have a job that I enjoy with, like, I work with people who I call some of my closest friends. Got an amazing girlfriend, shout out Moth. Like, living at home. Like, I like to move out, but living at home's fine. But it's okay. Like, I'm vibing. I'm just like vibing right now.
That's awesome. That's wonderful. And I think that's is definitely important to kind of be in the right headspace is the right word, but I think
Yeah.
is just kind of to be comfortable of where you're at in a sense. Like
Yeah,
I don't
definitely.
think it's being too comfortable, I should add, but like I think is like being to the point where you're comfortable that you're not like struggling. And that's the thing is like you said, is kind of that point where you're running around to try and make those ends meet in a sense.
Yeah, it can cause so much stress, and it's horrible to think that like money defines that, but when everything sort of comes back to that, it 100% does,
Mhm, mhm.
in my opinion.
Yeah, no, and I definitely agree. Like I think there's a lot of stress on that and financially and stuff like that, whether you're um trying to move out or just trying to make ends meet, like whatever it may kind of be, it definitely adds a stress. And it's shitty because like I don't want to be conformed by money, but like
Literally,
but it's
literally.
so hard to in today's society. It's almost impossible if anything. And I mean there's a very small
Yeah.
few that can probably get away with it and comfortably, but it's something that is definitely it's hard. It's difficult. It's very difficult. So I can definitely understand. But I'm glad you're feeling that there's no stress and stuff like that. Hopefully we can kind of we can whittle off of that for today's stream and things like that. We talked a little bit about your relationship status throughout today's stream. Whether it's the ex that got you into streaming or whether it's your lovely girlfriend Carrie that's in chat right now. But what is the most embarrassing thing that you did for someone that you loved or
Oh
love?
my god. Wait, can I do the line? That's a really good question.
Clip it, chat, please.
Someone, let me in the video. I want to be in the video.
I swear I'm gonna start getting I'm gonna get DMs from connections guests who were like, "Can I be in the video?" That's a great question. Viv.
That's a really good question.
What?
The most
Oh my God.
embarrassing thing. Oh my goodness. It's a really hard question though. I don't know, because like every part of my life is like humiliating. Like just existing is embarrassing to me. So like, what's the most embarrassing thing? But yeah, I did buy Kerry a tube of Pringles for £3.50. That was embarrassing. That was humiliating. Because that was an expensive tube
I
of
was gonna say,
Pringles.
that sounds expensive. I was like, I'm trying to do the conversion in my head. I'm like, yeah, that's a lot of money.
Usually you can get them for like £1.75, but the co-op mugged me off.
No kidding.
Mugs me off. But for love, I did it.
Priceless, I'm
But
sure.
God, I literally can't think of anything. I'm trying to like think back to like some of my exes and stuff because there was definitely some embarrassing shit that happened over there. Maybe just dating men. No, I'm kidding.
I mean,
That was
hey,
a joke.
it's your show.
That was a
You
joke.
say what you want to say. If you can't to yourself, I'm gonna let you sing. Just that way.
No, I'm
however,
really
you wouldn't
joking.
be the first connections guest to say I hate men. So I mean,
No, I feel like I don't know. It's weird. I think I've had such healthy relationships that like I've been very, very lucky that most relationships have been very, very healthy. They've definitely like embarrassed me like from stuff they have done. And like mugged me right off. But I can't think of stuff that I've done like that's embarrassed myself to like for them. Cause like usually I'm just like, no, fuck off. Like there's not much that like if I didn't want to do it that I wouldn't do. Usually I'm quite good at like sticking up for myself. But I don't know. The Pringles. I'm going with the Pringles.
the Pringles. All right, sounds good. 350 Pringles. Pushing it for love. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Humiliating.
Really though. Oh my goodness. Too funny.
Tragic.
Too
You're doing
funny.
great, Bren.
Thank you, Iggy, for the doing great, Bren. Appreciate you, buddy. We have one thing we haven't talked about a little bit. Is your parents? Are you close with your parents? And why?
Yeah, I'm quite close with my parents. Wait, why am I close with them?
Yeah.
Yeah, tonight, like I feel like we've always got on quite well as a family. Like I wouldn't say we're necessarily like we don't always talk about a lot of like very in deep stuff, but like we're very close, like we get along, like we do a lot together. And like we get along like as adults now, which is quite nice. Because I feel like growing up you have to kind of reach that part where it's just sort of like you can just sort of be yourself and like it's like remember like the first time like swearing in front of my parents, I was like and then they swore and I was like, hang on a minute. I was like, you're like me. We're like each other. And then like then it was quite nice because we all get along like me and my sisters because I have two younger sisters and we all just get along really well, like as mates would, if that makes sense. Which is really nice. And we have a lot of similar interests and like so me and my dad, we like are really into the same music. We also do scare acting together. So that's really nice. And we just like and I've gone to like a lot of like gigs like with him and it's quite nice that we can just sort of hang out like just as mates would. But it's my dad and he's nice. And like I'm really close to my mom and like all my friends love my mom and like think of her as like their second mom and it's just nice that they're a massive part of my life like with my friends as well and just like with hanging out with them and stuff.
You said that your parent or your mom, I think specifically, you said has been on stream with you a couple times.
Yeah, I used to have a when it was locked down to like she was normal like now she's not always in or she's like busy doing stuff. But I used to have a redeemer called Show and Tell with Diane. Then good old Diane would come on, usually dox me a little bit because she's a bit cheeky like that. She did reveal my entire hometown last week. That was fun. And my full name. Anyway, so she'd come on and she would do show and tell. So she brought on her she has a plushie, like a Moomin plushie that she really likes. She keeps it on her bed, so she brought the Moomin in. She also brought in, I think, some of my old school reports and like pictures that I'd done, so they came in. She does running, so she brought in her favorite medals from races she'd done.
Awesome.
and she'd come in and do show and tell with everyone and chat. It was really nice because like chat was like, yeah, Diane's here. Like she comes on, like she doesn't we don't do that anymore now, unfortunately, just because it doesn't really work with times and stuff. But she comes in every now and again. She'll just waltz in to my room. It's like, Lucy. The other day she came in, she's like, Lucy, I've got a joke. I need to tell your stream. I was like, okay, go on then. And she comes just like, hello everyone, I have a joke to tell you. I was like, go on, Diane.
Oh my goodness, that's
She's
too
an
funny.
idiot. Yeah,
That's
she's
too
funny.
funny. You know what's good? I think if anything, you're giving my mom some ideas to what to come on next time she comes on my stream. My mom's been on my stream 3 times now, and every time she just starts exposing me more and more. And there's actually a story she asked me before stream if she said I was like no. Because it's one of those streams that like those are one of the ones that like that stays in the family type of jokes. Like
Yeah,
those are
yeah.
or like stories. Like that's as far as that one goes. Those are ones that like the public does not need to know, mom.
We don't need to go there.
Yeah.
It's literally my mum like brought up my school reports with my entire like address, like full name, like primary school. It's like, Mum, we could just cover those bits. But she's like, look at this report. I'm like, no. I was
I'm
like,
sure
she's gonna get murdered.
my mom sounds very similar to yours, where like my mom would probably have all the report cards of mine too. So very, very possible.
Yeah.
Let's see I really hope my grandparents don't hear this. What's it called? Is one of the last times we had my mom on it. I told her the story about how I snuck out once with a friend when I was in high school and smoked with one of my friends, and I told her like who it was and stuff like that on stream, and she's like, "Really?" And it was a moment. It was a whole moment. It was great.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
I
no,
love that.
it was a couple of things, and then my mom told chat about how I brought a girl home once, and she found out, and yeah, no, it was definitely an inch. I was like beat red that whole stream.
That's so funny.
Yeah, and if you want more stories about my mom, !YT, you can go and see my mom on Connections. There is a Connections with Mama Lisa way down there.
No
It's been a
way.
long time, and maybe we'll have to do a re-up one. I mean, hey, we have a new show called Old Friends that maybe we'll have to have her on.
Oh god, how convenient.
Yeah, exactly, right? Exactly. Well, I'm want to eat it up for old friends. So I mean, hey, maybe we'll do that. Everyone loves a Mama Lisa stream, that's for sure. I know we asked you this, and who are you? I'm pretty sure we did. We must have. Yes, we did.
Maybe.
But what is the best piece of advice that you've received?
Oh yeah.
You can change it. You
Can I
don't have to
say
do
the same one?
You can, yeah, of course.
Because I just love it so much. So it's from my mum, and she always just said treat people how you want to be treated, and like to respect them with the same kindness that you would expect back from them. And I just really like it because like my parents have always been very much, treat people with kindness, like, no matter what, like rise above it, always be kind and all that sort of stuff. But I think it's nice because it's just you should like you can't expect anything if you're not going to give that out into the world. Like if you're not going to give out the kind of stuff that you'd want, then you can't expect to receive it back. And if you don't receive it back, then just push out more kindness. Don't fight it with negativity. Just push out more and more. And she's always been very much like kill it with kindness sort of thing. She's like, if people are rude to you, you just be nicer and nicer. And I do that so much. And especially at work, like I always get sent out to deal with the shitty customers because they'll be being an arsehole, and I'll come over and be like, hello, how is everything for you? Would you like a free drink? And they're just like, I'm like, lovely to meet you. And I don't know. That's kind of like a slightly petty side of me, I guess. But like, the kind of concept's still the same, but it's just be nice and hope for kindness back, but never rise to that negativity of it, I guess. And I really like that, how it did to me.
It's funny that actually brought up a thing of me when you said that is my mom once said to me one of the lines. It's something that stuck with me for a little while, which is kind of interesting. But it's something similar to that sort of sense of like customers being rude and so yeah. And she said something along the lines, and I'm not going to quote this perfectly because it's been many years since she said it, but she said something along the lines of, "I'd much rather be the customer that someone doesn't remember than the customer that they remember for the wrong reasons."
Yeah.
And
100%.
it 100% sticks with me because it's like there's been times where like shit happens, like it does, and that at whatever establishments, whether it's like you said, a tea room, a restaurant, or
Yeah.
something like that, and things just don't go the way you want it to go.
Yeah.
And the best thing you can do is, I mean, be understanding. I mean, hey,
Yeah.
you're always welcome to leave. You know what I mean? Like that
Yeah.
door is there, you know where it is. You
This is
mean
the
like
thing.
that
This is
doesn't
the
hurt anyone
thing.
if you just decide to leave and leave.
Yeah.
My parents are the customers you remember. Yikes. I'm so sorry. What to say? But yeah,
They're
no,
not.
yeah, it's like I agree with that. Is I think I would always like to be, if I can affect it in a positive way, great.
Mm.
If I can't and you don't remember me and I'm in, it's not in a negative way, it's not in a negative way, great, I'll take that too. Like at least it's, I mean, I haven't made your day
Yeah.
harder than it has to be already.
This is the thing, is like, I think because I've always been raised to just be kind and treat people like that. Like going into a job in hospitality really shocked me that people would speak to other people like that, to other human beings, and it always blows my mind. So I'm like, I would never in my life dream of speaking to my worst enemy like that, because like, what's the point? Like, no. And then people will speak to you like that over like a dry scone, and it's just like, it's always by my mind, and it constantly does, because the amount of people you get coming in that are really rude. We've had some really like horrible situations at work where, you know, we've had to like, ask people to leave and like got like head office involved and things like that, and like situations you never thought you would have to deal with, just because people aren't treating others with compassion and being like, you know what, everyone's human. Like people make mistakes, and we've had some customers who like, because people have complaints, and that's not even the problem. Like you can there's ways you can say things. You can say things that aren't nice, but you can say them in a nice way, because you know you're always going to have to bring up things that aren't nice to bring up, but there's still a way to do it. You can still treat people with kindness whilst doing that. You don't have to jump to 100% anger and horrible nastiness, you know. You can
Mhm.
There's ways to things, but people don't understand that.
I think you can always tell who the people who haven't worked in customer service are.
Oh
Always.
yeah,
It's always
definitely,
so easy to tell
100%.
those people, and
Mhm.
it's so frustrating.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I think it honestly, an amazing documentary, I think would be eye-opening for some people that don't understand that, would be doing a documentary, that's like well like produced and filmed, of like someone like even like in like a tea room like yours, or some sort of like cafe or something like
Mhm.
that, or a restaurant where it's like very busy, and seeing how crazy it is behind the scenes, because everyone just sees like, oh, some nice violin music in the
Yeah.
in the cafe. They don't see the
This is the thing.
behind the scenes. And so
It's made me realise that no place I've ever been to is operating perfectly, like,
oh no,
ever.
never. No, yeah.
Because you look at it and you think, "Oh my god, this is perfect, like, they've got this is lovely," and then behind, like, in the kitchen, like, you're running out of things, someone's had to go home, like, there's so many things going on. I'm like, nowhere you've ever been to is running completely perfectly. There's always something happening, or even just, like, personal issues, like, people that are working there are dealing with their own shit. Like, I've had, like, colleagues of mine come in, like, dealing with really horrible things, and they've come in and just smiled their way through it, and, like, I've had experiences at work where I've been, like, in tears 1 second, the next second I'm bringing out a tray like, "Hey, I got a latte." It's just like, but people don't see that, and people need to realise that you don't know what everyone's going through, and we're not just, you know, robots that are serving you, we're, like, human beings, and everyone's going through the same shit. You know, no one's life's perfect.
Totally.
But, yeah.
I agree.
It'd be just like a documentary like that. I think
Yeah,
that would be
no,
cool.
all right. I think especially for like, I think that'd be definitely something I'd watch as someone who's worked in customer service in the
Yeah, me
past. Like, I
too.
think it's something that like would be eye opening, and to see the situations, I
Mm.
think it would be so it'd be so easy to film. Like, I mean, like it's all you got to do is
Mm.
put a camera
Mm.
in the back of it, and then just like watch the
Yeah.
chaotic people that are in sort of the restaurants, and
Yeah.
I don't know, like it's yeah. So I don't know. I think it's just sad to me personally.
Yeah.
How people aren't as compassionate as you'd hope for people to be, especially with
Yeah.
what the whole world has gone through in the past 2.5 years,
Oh,
or almost 2 years. Sorry,
exactly.
is
Yeah.
you think people would be a little more understanding and
Bit grateful to be able to have these experiences
yeah,
again, but
exactly, yeah. Not that that didn't happen beforehand, but I mean, just
yeah, no,
even more so
exactly.
now, I think it would be even better. And so,
Definitely.
Lucy, what's your biggest fear in life?
It's really bad because my actual biggest fear is like, it's kind of silly, like a phobia. But then I probably should think of like a better one.
You want to tell us both? You can tell us both if you'd like.
Okay, so like what comes to mind? I'm gonna tell you a funny story about this in a second. Anyway, my actual biggest fear. I'm really, really scared of slugs.
Okay. Explain.
I had a really traumatic experience with slugs on holiday once, and it's fucked up my head forever. Like I cannot. If I see a slug, I will cry. Like I will sob, and I have to leave. Like full on panic.
That is such a good question. What about snails?
Snails, they're on thin ice, but I can deal with them.
You motherfuckers, thin ice.
You
better
bitches
watch
better not
where
get
you
naked.
Yeah. Stay in your fucking shell. We don't want to see no slobbery pigs. Oh my goodness. Ulysses saying they do too.
I feel so validated, Yelissa. I feel so valid right now.
Oh my goodness. Are you and Yelissa the same person? You dress
I've
you
literally
dress your
never met
pets.
anyone.
What's it called? You go numb from slugs. Oh my goodness. See, this is why we have conversations like this, because it's important to find other people that can have connections with other people. See, that's what I'm saying. It's that's what it's all about. You better keep your shells on. Exactly. See,
But this is the thing.
Okay.
I had a bit of like a bad experience with people asking this question before, because at the end of uni, when everything was online, we had this module. We still had to work as a group. We had to then make it into an online performance. So a lot of people did lots of different things with it, and someone did it as like a Zoom call thing. So then we were watching them as like a, in their little chat. And there's one of the groups was quite an interactive one. So they were asking the chat questions, and then we were inputting answers, and they were like going off of it in the performance. Oh, and then one of the people asked the question, they're like, "What is your biggest fear?" And I replied, "Slugs," because they are my biggest fear. But just as my lecturer, who ran the entire module and is marking all of us, at the same time put in cancer. I was just so it was just slugs and cancer. I was like, no. It was the
Same thing.
worst
I'm kidding.
moment of my entire life. I was like, literally kill me. I was like, I can't.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm still quite good friends with my lecturer, so like it's clearly fine. But I was just like, I wanted the ground to swallow me up. I was like, why did I say that? Why did I just not say anything? I didn't have to type. I could have just shut up. I was like, slugs, and he's like, cancer, getting cancer and dying. I was like, okay. I was like, never mind. Okay. It was.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was
That
great.
sounds terrible. So let's go. So I've heard it's even photos.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Even
I'm not gonna do it to you, by the way. So don't worry. Like I what's called one of our past guests, Mans, is petrified of Clifford, the big red dog. Like petrified.
I've heard about this before. I know someone else with the same fear.
It's a little bit different though,
Interesting.
because
Oh, really?
what's it called it's a correlation of things to each other.
Okay.
What's called Clifford's a man. I mean, it's a dog, but it's like your mom and Max and Ruby. What?
My mom, have you ever seen the program Max and
Yes.
Ruby? It's like a kids show, yeah.
I hate Max.
My
Little shit. Oh, no, sorry, Ruby.
Okay,
Ruby.
First of all, fuck you.
said
Anyway,
Ruby. I
my
said Ruby.
mom. What?
Ruby's
Well,
a
either
badass.
way, they're both icons. My mum couldn't would watch it as kids. I used to love it. My mum, whenever she saw Max Ruby, would feel physically sick, like she was about to throw up. Every time the program came on, she felt sick and she'd had to leave the room. She couldn't sit and watch it with us ever. And it's like, why? Why does she have that reaction? She has no idea.
So what's called so with Mans, and maybe even the same for mom, she just haven't realized the connection for it, is that Mans correlated, and I'm sorry if I butcher this. I hope Mans, if you see this, I'm sorry if I butcher this. I'm gonna try and put this out as best as possible and tell the story best as possible. Is Mans, and by the way, shout out BB Mans. Kim, if you can get a shout out, please. His one of a great friend too, had basically correlated Clifford the big red dog with having to go to school, with leaving her mom at home. And so the separation anxiety was what set that off. And now, like 20 plus years later still is
goodness.
triggered by that, by seeing anything towards, like, when I met Mans on Connections was right when the trailers for the Clifford the Big Red Dog came out.
Yeah.
And I was, and like it got brought up in chat, and nope. She's like, I want no. And so
Oh my
here,
goodness.
I got you, Wolf. Don't worry. SSO at BB. That's it. Is that gonna work? There we go. Right? Yeah, that's it. Go check out Mans. A good friend of our channel. But yes, and so yeah, no, so that definitely relates. That definitely, the slugs and the thing, it definitely understands. But yeah, no, they have apparently in Mans Discords there is no talk of Clifford. It is like
Really?
it's like forbidden. Like it's a
That's
like it's
amazing.
like it'll, I think it's like an insta ban you or something like that, or insta kick, or insta like time you out on Discord or something. I don't know.
Literally, if anyone like, the thing is like people were like, as a joke, were like, oh, his picture of a slug. I'm like, I don't even find it funny. I literally just absolutely hate it. And like my friends used to, because they're absolute arseholes when I was younger, used to always like send me pictures of slugs. Or like once one of my friends chased me with a slug and I locked myself in the corridor of my friend's house and didn't come out for ages. Like, I'm not going back unless it's gone. And I once got sent a picture of a slug, and like when I had my iPod Touch when I was like 10, before it like was having my other phone, and I saw this picture of a slug, and I threw my iPod Touch so hard I lost it for a week. Just couldn't find it anywhere.
Oh my God.
Because I saw it, I was like, and I was like, shit, where'd that go? And I couldn't find it.
Terrible. Oh my goodness. Well, actually, I have a story for you that. But before we do that, can everyone say hi to Ranga Banger in chat? Hi, Ranga. How's it going? Good to see you. Welcome in. Thanks for joining us today.
Legend.
Ranga, I swear I've seen you in chat before this. I swear I've seen your beautiful name in my chat once before today. I don't know how you're a first time chatter. I don't get it. I don't understand. I swear I've seen you. I mean, I've seen you in every other chat, so maybe that's why I've seen you. But I swear you've been in mine. Yeah, like I feel like you've seen you. I feel like you've talked to at least before this. But hi, Ranga. Thank you for everyone saying hi, Ranga. Funny story about that. So when you said people chased around the house, I was that bully to my sister. Except for
Wow,
it
you
was,
arsehole.
God, except for funny enough, it was a moth. That was what she was terrified of, is moths.
Really? To be fair,
was-
moths are fucking grim.
Yeah, it was a little bit kind of, yeah, I know, right? Full circle, isn't it, Carrie? Really though. What's it called? Maybe I should bring you over, Carrie, and then you are really. Oh my God, you're scared moths too. Oh my God. Lucy's story about that. Okay. Well, maybe moth. Maybe one day we'll have you on here and you can tell that story for yourself.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do we got here? Lucy, what gives your life meaning?
My goodness. I don't think how to word this. I guess like what gives my life meaning kind of goes back to my mum's always sort of like the advice that I was given. I'm like, I have the intention to leave a good impact on people, and to like just make people happy and feel comfortable and laughing, and to just leave like a positive impact, if that makes sense. Because I don't want to ever leave, people thinking badly of me or upsetting people. Even if I'm just meeting someone briefly, I just want them to be like, you know what, that was nice. Like that was a nice interaction and that's made me happy. But I just want to, just like I always try to be quite like smiley and bubbly. And people always say that. I mean, like Carrie always like, I find it really sweet. She always calls me like a ray of sunshine, and that's like a little sunbeam. And I'm like, that's what I want. That's sort of like my purpose, just to be like a little sunbeam, and to just like look around, be a little sunbeam, be like, ooh, like happiness. And that sounds really like corny and gay, but like I am gay, so I can get away with it. But that's all. That's all really. I just want to leave a good impact on people and to just be about happiness. Oh, this is so corny. I'm gonna throw up. But like, you get what I mean.
But I'm going to challenge you on that because that's my job here.
Okay.
So let's go. So and I agree. I think you are a big beam of sunshine. You definitely you're the smile can can brighten up a whole city. What's it called? You definitely are. Your goofiness and silliness definitely is is contagious and has had me like gasping for breath many of times, whether it's on your stream, Who Are You, or even this stream. It is something that you are very well. Agreed, Moth. Agreed. However, is that really you though? Is there times that you feel like you that is a little played up? Is you feel like on stream that might be a little bit of a played up version of you? If is it faked at any point? Is it real all the time, or is there sometimes when you feel like I really just want to fucking cry? Because I mean, I don't know. Like there's been times where I've even
No,
been
I
on
get
streams like
you.
that, and I try to be open as honest as possible. But I mean, anxiety is a thing, and
Yeah,
so
definitely.
like, do you feel like there's ever been times where like you're just kind of feeling like like the bubbly, like as much as you want to be that for other people, that you feel like you have to almost be that person when you don't want to be?
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's always hard because like whenever someone says things about you, it's like, oh, you're this, or like you're that, you're really this, and it's always like, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, there's always that kind of then pressure to always be that thing because they're like, you're like, well, they see me as this thing, so I am now that thing and only that thing. And that's something I've always done, like since I was really, really young, and I need to kind of like get myself out of that kind of like loop of they've said I'm this, so now I must be this because that's not always healthy and it's not always you can't always be that thing. Um, but I know I always try to be, and I feel like sometimes if I am having a bad day and I'm then putting on like the bubbliness, then that can affect me in a positive way because it's always the sort of thing is like if you're feeling shit, like fake the smile, fake the happiness, and then you'll get there. Do you know what I mean? It will become real because you're pushing it out there and then you're getting that kind of back from other people. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, definitely. And like, especially on a stream as well, it can be like sometimes you just have a stream that it's just it doesn't feel right and it just feels a bit shit. And there's nothing necessarily that's wrong, like nothing that anyone's done. Or sometimes you just don't feel it and it just feels a bit like, ugh, or you're just feeling a bit tired or out of it, whatever. And it can be hard, but then I try not to fake it if it's gonna come across too forced. I'll just be like, you know what, try this another day. And like the same with like I'm really lucky like in my job as well that if I'm having a bit of like a day when I'm not feeling good, like my manager is really amazing. And I can talk to her and be like, you know what, I can't do this. Can I go like in the back and like do washing up for a bit? Sure. Okay, you go do that. We'll swap you out for someone else. And it's always they've like I've got a very understanding environment at work, which is really nice. And then with streaming as well, like obviously with everyone that I've met, I've got a really amazing environment and a good group of friends that like we talk to a lot about streaming. And like even today, like we've been in like our group chat and they're like, you know, I'm not really feeling streaming at the moment. And everyone's like, that's okay, you take your time, take a week off, maybe try doing this, or it's this game that might like spike your interest in this. And everyone's there to support each other, but it doesn't feel like I have to be fake to do you know what I mean? To maintain anything. It's nice when I can be my authentic self, which is, I like to be bubbly and just be a little bit crazy, a little bit silly. I just like doing dumb shit and just like I just don't like taking life seriously. That's like my main thing is like I don't want to take shit seriously. Like, what's the point? Obviously sometimes you got it, but like otherwise like it's just boring. Can't be asked.
I think that's fair, and I think he's really what you're describing is I don't want to be put in a box, and in a
Yeah.
sense, and I can definitely understand that is once someone says, "Oh, you do something," it's the intention might be positive, like you said, is you're a bubbly person,
Definitely.
but you now subconsciously, a lot of the times, I think a natural kind of thing is for you to follow with that kind of sense, and so I think one thing is kind of that I can relate to is one of the compliments I get a lot, and I think you might have even said it to me about Who Are You is oh like you guys are so organized, you're so like you do this so well,
Yeah.
so that, which is great, and trust me, I appreciate it a lot,
Yeah,
something like
no,
it's something that means a
100%.
lot, but it's something that I've realized like I have to hold that standard now. I don't get to go turn on the stream and just kind of goof around and like you mean like or like I can, but like is to do it at a point where like I can't be that I'm not allowed to be that scuff streamer, or like it at this point it's almost become off brand, which is people are kind of like, this is weird, I don't know if I want to be here type of thing. And it's hard, like it's difficult. It's good for me creative wise, and it pushes
Mm.
pushes me
Yeah.
further and further, which I love and I really admire. But I'd be lying to you if there's some days where I woke up and I'm like, oh my god, I have no ideas, what am I gonna do next, and how can I get this thing? And
Yeah.
that usually doesn't last long, but those
Yeah.
days are low days, and
That pressure on you.
Yeah, definitely. And so that's the thing is I think it's good to be real with yourself, and it's good to be yourself in whatever way whatever that means. And if that's bubbly, that's awesome. But I think it's also important to realize those days when maybe it's not super
Yeah.
bubbly and super great, and identify those and also be open about those. And I think that's great that you have like such a supportive environment in a lot of aspects of your life, like you said, is streaming and
Very
work and so
lucky.
yeah, and definitely, and that's something that I don't think a lot of people could say. And so that's something that's really awesome to hear. And yeah, no, it definitely helps with mental health. And that's the thing is, and
Definitely.
I'm quickly skimming here as I'm talking here, Viv's thing that they put here. So important. That's why it's so important you take breaks. I cannot stress this enough to my content creator friends, but your mental health is always more important than your content. If people really care as much as they say they do,
Yep.
they'll support you through your break and they'll be there when you return. 110%.
Completely agree.
Yes. And that's the thing is take your breaks. The people will, is that exactly right? Like if they stay there, we got a raid. Holy shit.
Sloth!
What's up, Sloth Raiders? How's it going? What's good? Sloth, what's up? Sloth, hey, Sloth, a couple weeks ago, I don't know if you remember this, one young Brengraw came into your chat and said, hey, Sloth, how's it going? And Sloth is like, I want to hear about you. And I'm like, no. This is about you, beautiful. How's it going, Sloth? How was your stream? And it's good to see you. What's up? What's good? Sloth, I need you to do me a favor right now. And by the way, I'm going to say hi to all these lovely people in here in 1 second here too. But Sloth, can you do me a favor? Can you message me on Discord so we can actually have a talk? I've been meaning to get you, but you're a hard mama jamma together. You actually caked yourself, like isn't like you baked yourself, or you put like thing on your face. Like what happened? Oh my goodness! Look at all these new friends. I feel like I'm getting follow botted. Let's say hi to everyone. Hello Duck. Hello Jelly Bean or Jelly Belly. Sorry. Hello Hamster Lovin. Hello Hurley. Hello Sloth, of course. Hello Lumingo. I love that. That's a nice name, Lumingo. That's rolls off the tongue. Hello Combat Wombats. That's a good one too. Who else we got in here? Who got some first time chatters in here? Let's go. Hello Feral Juice. Hello. Sashim was great. He a fucking cake. Wait. No, I read that wrong. He fucked the cake. Excuse me. What? What's up, Dracula Sweetie? Aw, that's a cute name. I like that. Well, welcome in everyone. Cake on my face.
Oh,
Okay.
Sloth.
Like makeup or actual cake? Sorry, I'm asking a lot of questions here. No, I didn't. They were wrong. I mean, the chat never lies. What do you mean, Sloth?
It sounds like something Sloth would do. Like, I reckon he'd fuck a cake.
In the short amounts that I've gotten to know Sloth, I feel like that's definitely there. They do. I'll be blackmailing you later. Oh, thanks. Thank you.
It's crazy because in one of my first ever times raiding, when I first started streaming, I went into the Among Us category and I scrolled down and I found a little Sloth bag with like 5 viewers, and I was like, oh, this guy seems nice. We'll go raid him. Now look at us, Sloth. Oh, I love this man.
Oh my goodness. Sloth seems wonderful.
He's so lovely.
And look at all these amazing people in here. Danilord, welcome in. Let's go. Exactly. Look at all those amazing people. Well, there's a couple things I need you new friends to do. First off, I want to say before anything, Sloth, thank you so much for trusting me with your amazing community. You have such amazing people. I can't wait for when I raid out later on and they tell the next person that I fucked the cake. But thank you so much for that. Is for everyone that's coming in here. I want to thank each and every one of you actually staying here and saying hi, because I know a lot of times in raids, a lot of people, they see their creator, they raid out to support their creator, and then they gotta go. And I get it. I understand. If you gotta go, that's understandable. This is a Lurkers podcast. So I understand. One thing I asked from you, and this is for you, I'm going to say benefits you more than anything. We have a little giveaway going on, and thanks to Iggy there. Iggy just put it in the thing there. Through the month of March, we're giving away a SteelSeries Arctis One headset for gaming, and anyone in this chat could technically win. There's a couple things. If you click the link that Wolf just put in there, !tickets, you can see what you can do to get this. Every single person that is in this chat could possibly win this. You must be there on April 2nd for when we do our draw, and you must be in the Discord. That is 2 things you need for this, as well as to put a couple things. If you do !enter right now in chat, I'll give you 10 tickets towards that raffle right away. So first off, so thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Iggy was good with the raid. Thank you so much. And one thing we do ask here too is if you'd like, if you are someone that would like to support us, me or the lovely Lucy Moofy, we would also like you to, what's it called? Hosts aren't really working on Twitch recently. And we rely on hosts to help grow this channel and grow our other creators that we have on this channel. And since they're not working, we're asking if you could possibly raid, if possible. It can be an offline raid. That's totally fine. That's the only way we're getting the thing. And I want to be able to thank you for you hosting me and stuff like that. And you're more than welcome to do a host regardless. That still helps either way. But I want to be able to thank you. So if you want to raid, that'd be great. If not, I understand. That's no problem. It's all good. And maybe let me sell me to you. And because this is what we do here on Connections. As today, as you know, this lovely creator, Lucy Moofy. But this is actually what we do on Connections here. Hi, I'm Bren, and welcome to my channel. I am a Canadian podcaster with a passion to form connections with individuals from all walks of life. On my show Connections, I explore the world through my guests' unique perspectives while gathering an insightful understanding of how they interact and perceive life.
That is a really good question.
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a really good question.
That's a great question.
I ask questions that focus on uncovering stories of humble beginnings,
But I was like 13th place out of like 300 kids.
triumphant successes,
I used to swim for the Junior Australian Olympic Trial Team.
motivations,
I just built up that confidence in myself to say, you know what, fuck it, I don't care.
inspirations,
She was just always, I just always love her.
struggles,
The main thing that got me to where I am today is the bullying that I experienced.
and realizations.
Sometimes you cannot get closure.
My goal is to continue making connections to spark meaningful discussions, and I hope you will join me. So
Ew.
that's what we do here. That's a little bit what we do here on Connections. And today, as we said, we are meeting. Ew, yeah. I mean, ew. What is what we do on Connections. Thank you so much, Bob's Face, for the raid of one. How was your stream? Thank you so much. Thank you, Combat Wombats, my new favorite name here. What's it called? Everyone in chat that has been here before the raid, can you please say hi to all our new friends? I see Combat in here. I see Sloth. I see Hamster Lovin'. I see Jelly Belly. I see Dracula Sweet. I see Danilord. I know you guys are like typing all these. I missed one. Feral Juice. I see Lamingo, which is another great name too. Hurley. And Stallion Duck. If you guys can say hi to every one of those for me, just welcome them in, give them a good old welcome. If you guys need anything, feel free to speak up. This is what's called. We call this Bren's residence. And what's called. It's because we want to make sure that you guys feel welcome in our home, in our residence. What's called kickback. What's called. We call our Discord the sofa. So kick back on the sofa, get yourself a drink, just hang out and just enjoy the vibes. This is what we're here for. We are in the kind of deeper part of this stream here. Yes, as my lovely friends here, Plum and Iggy, are showing, we have this little send love thing that you can spam that love if you'd like. It's a channel point. It costs 1 and it'll pop up on the screen. You can fill that whole box up if you'd like, or at least try to, but it takes a lot of the community to work together to get it to the full thing. We've done it a couple times, but welcome in there. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. However, with that as well, we're going to move on to hear some other questions here. Where were we?
Bren.
Thank you so much, Iggy. Appreciate you. What do we got here? Oh, this would probably be a good one considering everything we've learned about you today.
Okay.
What has been the hardest thing you've had to overcome this past year?
Ooh, this past year. Let me think. So I guess like big one for me. So I came out when I started dating Kerry. I hadn't been out before to anyone. Because like before that I'd always been just like in straight relationships, so I'd never really like I guess I hadn't really admitted it to myself either, but like I also never really felt the need to actually actively come out because I was like why put myself through the stress if I don't need to. Then I obviously broke up with my boyfriend and then started dating, met Kerry, and I was like, shit, I'm gonna have to come out. And I know like it sounds silly because everyone's like, yeah, but no one cares. Like it's just you're just gay, but it's still like a big thing, especially like extended family haven't always had a history of being quite so modern with their views, and just things like that. Like I knew my parents would be fine, but they also could be quite awkward. So I was just like a little bit nervous. And yeah, so that was just quite tricky because it was just a big change, and to like be outwardly gay was like it was very freeing because it was sort of how I've wanted to be, but it was just a very big difference for me, and it was tricky, um, like to begin with. Um, I was lucky I had a lot of really good support. Obviously, like Kerry helped me a lot. Like she was really patient with me, bearing in mind like we were dating and I was like hiding everything, bless
Aw.
her.
Mhm.
But she was really, really patient with me because of that. And then my manager at work, she's gay, so she was like helping me as well. And yeah, no, I had a really good like support group of people, and then all my friends like through streaming because all of us are a bunch of homos. So I literally came out to them, and they were just like, "Wait, yeah, yeah," and I was like, "No, but it's me coming out," and they were like, "I'm sure you've done this before," and I was like, "No, I haven't." They were like, "You must have," because I just thought you were. I was like, "Fuck," but yeah, no, it was tricky, but got there.
How did going with telling your extended family, as you said, they were kind of they have kind of traditional views in a sense. Like how did that go? How is that relationship now with them?
Yeah, so it's kind of weird because I never really like told them as such. Like I told my parents, and they were like, "Yes, with." It was kind of like a big like secret, like so with like your grandparents, and I was like, "Okay." They were like, and then I remember like because they'd come over, and my mum was like, "Just so you know, they know." I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Well, how did that go?" They're like, "Well, they're talking to you." I'm like, "Yeah, but like that shouldn't be, that's like the bare
That's a low
minimum."
bar. Yeah.
But yeah, like now Carrie's saying, since my dad's side I was a little bit more worried about, and then my nano granddad got Kerry the biggest Christmas card of all of us. So like me and my sisters got this like the average size one, and Kerry's was like this big, and it had ribbons on the front and glitter, and it had like pages in it. And then now she's like my nan's like followed Kerry on Instagram and like replies to her posts, and I can tell like some of them are still a little bit awkward about it. They're not horrible, but they're just I think it's actually my nan, she's just a little bit not used to it, and it's just a little bit awkward, but she's, like, definitely trying.
And that's what's important,
Um,
really.
yeah,
Like it's
exactly.
like as long as they're trying to make it as comfortable as possible. And I think is like one thing you hear a lot is and even my grandparents, and if my grandparents are listening, hi, they said at lunch, it's like it's something that they didn't grow up with, or at least was not
Yeah.
exposed to them when they were younger,
Yeah.
and it's something that like they're learning. They don't want to offend. They're leading with love in
Yeah.
every sense, and they think it's important to lead with that kind of sense. Um, but they don't know how, and that worries them because they don't want to step on toes. And basically the thing I said to them is like similar to you is if you are trying and you're leading with the intention of not offending anyone and
Yeah.
making people feel comfortable
Yeah.
and feel loved, you're not gonna go wrong. You like it's gonna be really hard to, and people are gonna understand because of
100%.
your age that you might say something that might be kind of questionable, but be open to learning and hearing that side that like that wasn't okay to say. I understand that you might have not known
Yeah.
that. Let's
Yeah.
try. Let's. This is how maybe I would approach the next time in a sense like that. And
But this is the
yeah.
thing, it's why I kind of like the whole like it's slightly off topic, but like the whole cancel culture kind of thing is like such a nuanced conversation to have, because as soon as you decide to completely cancel someone and never forgive them, you're eradicating any chance of them changing, because in your mind that's it, they're done and they're never going to get better. And like from my personal experience, there's a lady I work with who I'm really, really close with now. When I started working with her, she would say things so it's just un-PC, like ridiculous. And when I didn't really know her, I was like, well, I can't really call her out because everyone else just sort of like doesn't say anything, and I don't know her. Like, what the fuck? Um, and then as I got got to know her a bit more, I would kind of be like, I don't want to be here if you're going to say that, and I would leave. And then she'd come up to me later and was like, I'm really sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. I'm like, I know, but you have to realize that you can't say those things. Like, that's not okay. And like we've got really like it's kind of a group of us at work, and we've become really close with her. And I had a really lovely conversation with her the other day, and she was like, she was raised in a really racist and homophobic household, and I know, she's an adult, she makes her own opinions now, but when that was so ingrained in her and her views were never challenged by anyone, that's just sort of what she's gone with. But then now at work, there's me and my friends, and we're like, no, you can't say that. Those words you don't say anymore. You can't say those things because she's never been challenged by them. No one's ever told her you can't. So then she's never known you can't. But every time I've been like, you can't really say that, she's like, oh, I'm really sorry. I really didn't know. And I'm like, that's okay. Like, now you know. And then she's never done it again. And I'm like, and she apologized and she tries so hard and she says how thankful she is that we tell her these things because she's like, I don't want to be like that. She's like, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to say things that upset people. But she's never been challenged on these views because she's always been around people that just emphasize them and push them forward. And now we're kind of like, that's not okay. She's not stubborn. And sometimes we argue, but it's comfortable arguing, if that makes sense. It's like a discussion, and then she's like, you know what, fair enough. And it's nice to see because but it's also on my part as well because we're not coming at her from a horrible place. We're not being like, you're disgusting, you're targeting her personally. We're like, you just can't say those things anymore, and that's not okay. And then she's not seeing it as an attack and then wanting to change. But some people go in so horribly and attack so personally that you're never going to get anywhere, and you're just going to clash and clash. And if you go to cancel someone and you're just horrible and like bullying them, they're never going to change. And then what's the point? Like, you're just making more enemies. I just don't really understand the whole point. I know this is really gone off topic, but I don't know. It's
It's part of the show. Tangents are part of the show. It's all good. No worries at all. We'll always get to our end goals. It's all good. But no, I think that's important. Like, I think is if people are willing to learn, I'll take that any day. And someone making something, making a mistake and learn from it is much more important to me than this person who, I mean, one, either makes a mistake and just continues it, and after even hearing that it's not appropriate, or the people that, I mean, to the point where like they don't even know, and they don't even want to question kind of where that is in that sense, and don't want any knowledge about it and don't want to learn about it, sort of thing. Like, and that's almost just as bad because you're kind of that closed-mindedness in that sense. And so I think that's important though. Like, I'm glad that you and your friends felt comfortable enough to be able to challenge her on those kind of things. So yeah, because I think it's someone who is now able to learn from that, because we're products of our environment, and it sounds like her environment is very sad, really, and like and racist and like sexist, and I mean whatever kind of ist you have, what's called it's
all the ists.
It's really though, and that's really sad, but it's something that she's never learned otherwise. So how would you
if no one challenges it, then like how are you ever gonna? And I know people are like, you can't give too many chances, and yes, she definitely could have researched it and changed, but you know what, I'm like, yeah, you could have changed earlier, but you didn't, but you're changing now. And I'm not gonna be like, well, it's too late for you, like you could have done your own research, you shouldn't be doing this anyway. I'm like, you know what, if someone's gonna change, even if it's at a really late point in their life, better than them having never changed. And I feel like people can be very, very quick to just, obviously it's nuanced, it depends on the situation, obviously there's very different things, but like I think you just have to look at things and be like, you know what, if they're trying, then and they're making the active effort to be a better person, then better, I don't nothing wrong with that. And I think that's better than just straight up cancelling someone. They're giving it a go,
I think even like for me is like before starting this journey on Twitch, I had never been close with anyone or really had any like people who could kind of give me some sort of knowledge on their experience of someone who's kind of experienced of anyone that identifies as they them. It was something that was very new to me, and I felt like I was trying to tiptoe over everything, and I didn't want to like say the wrong pronoun and stuff like that, and do this or do that. And I just realized that I think like if you lead with love and you have those questions and you want to do it in the sense of that you want to not offend anyone, not make anyone feel uncomfortable, the best thing to do is to ask each and every person, like maybe what's your pronouns, or in some sort of form or fashion is just get to know them. And I think it's it's something that I wish was more pronounced about like kind of pronouns in like kind of like business sense and like real life, because
Yeah.
I think it happens a lot more on Twitch because it's so easy to put a little extension on Twitch
Yeah, yeah.
that says she, they, he, him, he, they, them, like those, any, like, I mean, like it's so much easier to put it on there than it would be to
Yeah.
just, I mean, maybe put on a name tag, but maybe that is the way we do it. So I think maybe that's how it does become more normal, and then people can do it. And
Yeah.
I don't know, like it's something that was so new to me, and it's something that like even both my parents are really like learning and stuff like that, and it's new to them, and both people who are very supportive of like, or who've shown support towards LGBTQ plus and stuff like that in those senses, and just wants people to be happy and love, you know what I mean, like love each other and know
Mm.
what matter what it is.
Yeah.
But the thing is just being in the environments that it is, and that we've all been raised in, my parents included, wasn't a thing that we've kind of been taught about, and not that we're trying to be rude about it, but we're just trying to do the right
Yeah,
thing,
yeah, yeah.
and kind of and support it in the best way we can. And yeah, no, it's definitely been, I've learned so much from my amazing friends that have educated me on gender, because it's something that I've never gone through. I've never had a question of my gender, at least not in not yet. You know what I mean, like who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the thing, and so I think that definitely made it more open to me in senses like that, when I have like friends that are coming to me and be like, I don't know if I feel comfortable in my with my gender and stuff like that. And it was better, because then I was able to actually have conversations with my friends rather than just be like, oh, that's weird. Like, like I mean, like it's something that, exactly, because like the thing is, I didn't know how to handle those conversations before, and now I feel like I'm better able to do that, which is something that's really nice.
Yeah, definitely.
I got another question here for you.
Okay.
What's a life-changing event that you have experienced?
Oh. God, I really don't know. Let me think. A life-changing experience. That's so tricky. I feel like obviously the most recent one is COVID, because I feel like that's really just kind of like that's just changed everyone's life. Like, so especially like mine, like it really kind of changed a lot of like what I had planned for myself. Um, I'm trying to think of anything else. I think I've been quite lucky that I've not had anything like really all that intensely dramatic happen in my life. Like I've I've been very lucky to not have lost any family members really, or to have gone through anything like deeply traumatic. I am like very privileged in that sense. Um, and I think obviously like COVID has definitely changed a lot of things. I think it's made everyone have to rethink things, and like rethink plans. And it's definitely changed like the route of my life in a way, because like when I was at uni, I was like, right, I'm doing a drama degree, like, we'll go out from this degree, I'll move out. Obviously had a job lined up in Florida. I think Carrie mentioned that in one of the tweets or something. Um, I had that lined up. I was like, right, I'm gonna go do that. But after that, I'm gonna move out and I'm gonna go get this job that I want to do, like in a theatre. Da, 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 da. And then I think because of this kind of like weird kind of grey area of COVID, everyone's adapted to just what was there, but that's definitely changed everyone's life. Like, I definitely, well, I'm sure I would not have started streaming if COVID hadn't happened. And now that's like just a huge part of my life. And I'm now like, well, it'd be amazing if I could like turn this into like a part-time career. Like, if I could sustain it part-time and then get like a part-time job to, you know, complement it. And I'm like, well, that's not even anything to do with anything I've studied, like ever. Everything I've done. Sorry, I'm like so full of cold today. I'm so nasally. Like everything I've learned through streaming, I've just self-taught or researched and enjoyed the process of that, and how to do all these different things of OBS and technical things, which I'm really not good at, and all this sort of stuff. And it's just crazy to think that like if that hadn't happened, like my life would just be like plodding on, like what would it have done? and there's just no way of knowing really. And I think it's quite interesting. Like I wouldn't have met any of these people that I know right now. Like I don't know. I think it's just so interesting because I know like you can do this about any sort of decision in your life. Like if you didn't make this decision, like what would have happened? Um, I don't know, and it's just crazy. And I'm like, well, would I still have been with my ex? Like because distance was the reason we primarily broke up because of COVID. We couldn't see each other. So I'm like, would that have happened? Would I have come out? Like, would I have met Kerry? Like all these things. It's just I don't know. It's so crazy.
It is. It is definitely interesting. Yeah, no, I agree exactly what Carrie said. It's interesting that every little tiny decision you ever made has led to this moment right now, and that's so true. I had actually a hard realization of this exact saying, last night. I think it was. Yeah, last night. Our good friend Andy Righteous, a good friend of the show, he was streaming, and I joined the call, and they were playing Valorant, and I just kind of sat there and made noises. And what's it called? And in the stream, we had the lovely Behavior, we had Iggy, we had Donovan, and Andy, and myself. And I sat there for like a second. I just like I'm not kidding. I just stared at the screen. I was like, that's so weird. Because if I had not started this, I would have met none of these people. And I consider those some of the closest people I'm friends with right now. And like, there's more names than just that. But like, I'm like, I would
Yeah.
not be sitting in a call with these people right now if I hadn't just started streaming.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and it's just so crazy to me that like how something that I thought was just, I mean, I can make money on the internet. Like, like that was before I started connections. But like that was kind of like the thought. Like, is never would I ever thought that I would have lifelong friends.
Yeah.
And that's I've said this a couple times on stream, but I'm gonna say it again for those new friends that are in here. It's what the coolest things to me is. Tomorrow, I could wake up and no one gives a shit about this anymore. About the show, about connections, about old friends coming on March 29th. Watch it. About who are you? About anything about my streaming stuff. Everyone could just fuck off and leave for like I mean like and I mean hey I don't owe you nothing. Like there's no reason why tomorrow couldn't be the day that you decide that that's it and I get canceled. What's it called? But the one thing that I will have after all this is done, whether that's tomorrow, 10 years, 20 years, I mean, that'd be lovely. But is that I still have the amazing friends that I've made
Yeah,
through this journey. And
exactly.
that's one thing that I'm so fortunate for. And that's something that's gonna last a whole lot longer than my 15 minutes of fame. Or if you want
Yeah.
to call it that. I mean like that, the 15 minutes of fame for me, I guess. I don't know. It's like
No, I
it's
get
15
you.
minutes of getting like amazing friends through coming into my chat every single time. Like that's I guess fame in my mind, is getting to hang out with so many amazing people every single Tuesday. Like that's what's really cool to me. And yeah, so I think it's something that's definitely and it's funny that you put it in that perspective. And it's funny how I really realized it, like it really hit yesterday for me. And I'm just like sitting here, I'm like, wow, like B was at my house in December and January. Like that's a friend that I made online less than like a year ago. That's now one of my closest friends and lives like a couple hours from me that I've like met. And like, it's just like, and there's other friends like Pugs, who I unfortunately I think has been sleeping, who's not here. Well, not unfortunately, good that Pugs is sleeping, but like that Pugs that like is probably gonna come visit me in the summer. Like there's so many crazy things about this that I'm like, I'm so blessed for. And like I like another thing is too is like Australia. One day I'm going there 100%. And I think in every single state in Australia I have a place to sleep on. Like, and that's
This is the
that's so
thing.
crazy to me. Like,
Yeah.
and so yeah, no, like thank you for all the love, by the way, everyone. It's something
But
that's
like
so crazy to me how
I had this
things are nice.
exact I had the exact same realization the other day when I was in a Discord call with my amazing friend and moderator Bob, and who is now asleep because he's got work tomorrow.
Fair.
And we were in a call and I was watching, he's from the Netherlands, so I'm sat there watching a Dutch show with English subtitles with my random friend called Bob from the Netherlands, and I'm just like watching this Dutch like reality TV show, and I'm like, how did I get here? like what on earth? It's just such a weird moment for me because I was just like, I didn't know it's like a single person from the Netherlands until like a couple of years ago, and I'm just like, oh, what? Like
Right.
little old me in uni looking at this now. It's just, yeah, it's just so mad. It's so mad.
Right? It is crazy, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I think I've talked about this in
100%.
the past. There's a lot of things I dislike about COVID. I hate how it's torn
Yeah.
families apart. I hate how it's people have lost people that they can't even say goodbye to.
Yeah.
Like, there's definitely the sad things about it. But personally, would I change it? Probably not. And
Yeah,
I
I
know
agree.
it might sound kind of weird, and that might be taken out of context in some sort of form or fashion, but I wouldn't have met such amazing people
Yeah.
if it didn't happen. And it's had these mental strains on me 100%, but
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
also put a mirror up next to me where I'm actually looking at myself and realizing that there's a lot of mental things that I didn't take care of over the past
Mm.
probably 10 plus years that I
Yeah.
really should have. And like I think I'm starting to realize it because I'm actually getting to spend time with myself versus and my friends, rather than just kind of like almost distracting, if that makes sense. Which
Yeah, no,
is
I
it's
get you.
something's really cool.
It gave that kind of like space to just take a breath and just, like with the lockdowns and stuff, it was the first time people were literally just being like, whoa, don't have to do this. I could just take a step back and not have like a holiday. Because even when you take holiday, you're doing things. You know what I mean? Just to have some time to just sit and be. And I think it was nice because it's given people the opportunities to actually like take up things that they always wanted to do but never thought they had the time. So like people who have now left their jobs to like have their small business take off and things like that. It's just so nice to see that actually, yeah, no, 100% it's been awful. Like there has been really, really awful things that have happened, but even in all that awfulness, there's these little pockets of like really nice little things that have come from it for everyone, and it's nice.
I have a question for everyone in chat right now. If you started watching Twitch, whether you maybe have watched it when you're younger and then came back to it, who started either rewatching or started watching Twitch when COVID hit? Yeah, put a 1 in chat if that is you. So me. By the way, we have a hydrate, by the way, Lucy from Lovely Arrow. Yeah, see, like the thing is like even me, like that relates to me too. Is I started watching Twitch because I was bored, and one of my
Yeah.
friends was streaming on there, and I mean, he really well, and he had been doing it for a while. I think he had started before COVID even started, because he was doing content creation stuff like that, and he really started to kind of like pop off, and so I started like talking to him stuff like that, and we kind of reconnected because I was kind of interested in watching people stream and stuff like that, and then, yeah, everything just kind of like changed, and he was like indirectly was the reason why I started streaming, and it was just so it was so interesting. I don't know, just it's so weird how like the butterfly effect of one small thing can blow up into so much more, and
Yeah.
that's really something cool to me. I do have a couple more questions here before we let you go, but I've realized something. During
Okay.
Two Truths and a Lie, we were supposed to give away a VIP to someone in chat, and we did not do that.
Toxic.
So, wow, something like that. So, chat, we're giving out a VIP here on chat here. Lucy, we're about to get way more toxic here. I need you, yes. So exactly like Viv is showing there, Vampa, is I need you guys to all spam the pick me. Moth, I'll put you in automatically because I know you wanted it. As well too. I got you. Don't worry, I got you. However, let's see how many VIPs we have right now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 right now VIPs. So we have 8 actually, but there's 3 that are non-negotiable. So my mom, my sister, Donovan. So you have a couple names in chat here. Anyone, by the way, that's in chat can write theirs. We're new, don't pick us. You're more than welcome to put your name in. It'd be a wonderful story. Brent's feedback. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't fucking do that. You have a lot of names to choose from here. We do this every time that I pick the right one. If you haven't already, ! enter too. Combat. Have you clicked ! enter? If not, can you please do that for me? You deserve the tickets. You've been hanging out here for a minute. So we have some names in here. Starting, we'll put Moth first. So someone in here. So actually, first off, you're gonna have to remove someone from the VIPs because we're only allowed 5. So you can remove Pugs, Celeria, Thunder Piggy, Perfect, or Sleepy Knees, also known as Rachel.
I have to pick someone.
You have to pick someone to remove from the VIP list. Which is funny. I don't think anyone's been here today, which is one. It's
So I don't think I know any of them, so I feel really bad. I'm gonna keep Rachel because I now know her name's Rachel, so I feel kind of like attached to her.
Let me tell you all their names. Okay. Actually, let me see. Do I know any? How many names do I know? I know 2. So I know Rachel and I know Pugs, which is Ivy.
I like Pugs. The second one.
The second one, which
Whoever
way?
that was.
'Cause
Wait.
So there's Pugs, Celeria,
Yeah.
Thunder Piggy, Perfect, and Sleepy Knees / Rachel.
Celeria.
Celeria? Okay. Celeria.
Sorry.
Okay. So we're gonna un-VIP Celeria.
Oh, I'm kind of toxic. I should be cancelled for this.
I mean, you said it. No, kind of quirky. Okay, so Rip Celeria, yeah, really. So the list of people that you can put into this new spot. There's a couple names we have here. We have Moth. We have Viv. We have Arrow. Sorry, Wolf, you can't be chosen. We have Bob's Face. We have Neve. We have Plum. We have Renee. We have Bren's Feet Picks. We have Combat Wombats. And we have Iggy. Because you're a mod, Wolf.
Do I have to pick one then?
You have to pick one of them to be a new
Well,
VIP, a new family friend of ours
obviously-
on this channel.
There's obviously only one correct answer I can go with here. Otherwise, I will get my ass beat. Moth IRL.
Alrighty.
And Sweet Pill.
Moth,
Yeah,
welcome to the
definitely.
family. Welcome to the family, Moth. Everyone say hi to Moth, my new sibling.
Sibling. Congrats.
Welcome in, Moth. Let's go. You got your spot on the couch. Come hang out. See, however, I actually wasn't expecting that. Oh wow, really?
What the hell? Really?
I
would have heard the end of it if I had.
Friends be big. Shut the fuck up. I was doing everything in my power to ensure that doesn't happen. No, I was kidding. However, back to the questions because sorry, that was supposed to be done at 2 Choose Someone Live, but I totally forgot here. Lucy, if you could ask a single person one question and they had to answer truthfully, who would you ask and what would you ask? And they can be dead or alive.
That's a good one. That's a good question.
Clip it. By the way, as I'm just seeing here, Wolf, can you please make sure that we write down Renee as someone who has redeemed a 50 ticket pack? Let's go, Renee. Wow.
Okay. Someone question, answer truthfully.
Is that a Lou Sag emote? That's hilarious.
This is really tricky. There's too many people in the world. Truthfully. It's like I could go kind of deep, but I could also like go not kind of deep.
I would
It's
say
like
go deep.
This one's kind of like let me just check. I really hope he's not watching. I really don't think he would be. No. I would love to know how long my ex wanted to break up with me before he did. Because I know it was a long time. And like, well, I say he did. I kind of made him because I knew he wanted to, but he was too much of a pussy. And I kind of wanted to know like how long like I was fighting for something that he wanted to end. Basically. Because I remember like going to a party like a few months after, and like I got along with him fine now, like we're friends, so there's no like hard feelings. But I went to a party with a mutual friend of ours, and they were talking to me, and they were like, "Yeah, it was really hard because he kept coming to me and saying how much he wanted to break up with you, like for months, and and I was just like, oh really? Like for months, he was talking to you about this and like getting advice from you about this. Um, and I was just like no one was gonna tell me that. But honestly, like, and it's no hard feelings. Like, obviously, I'm very happy now. It was just, yeah, I'm just interested because there was obviously times that we were talking and trying to work things out. I was just wondering, like, when he wasn't in it anymore. That's all.
That's fair. And that's a totally fair question. I mean, someone who's recently gone through a breakup is, I think it was something that actually came up, and I mean,
Mm.
I'm fortunate to have that communication line still clear with my ex.
Yeah.
But basically one of the things, and this is gonna get deep because hey, you opened up, I'll do it too. Is that kind of one of the things that ended our relationship was the whole kind of thing about, are you in love with me or are you in love with the idea of me? And
Yeah.
that was pretty much the kind of the final straw. Essentially, it was that I realized that, you know what, it really was the idea. Like, it wasn't the person so much, and it I mean, breaks my heart even still now that that's even something like that. But there's a very big distinction between the two that I didn't realize at first,
Yeah.
and it's unhealthy for both sides if that was the main reason, was because of convenience and stuff like that, and that's what it became.
Yeah. 100%.
And later to realize that she had felt the same. And I mean, it gave me a little bit of peace to know that it wasn't just my side, because I felt kind of like on me a little bit, that I felt like it would, I mean,
Yeah.
it was made it a little more mutual than I originally thought it was. But also on the other side, it also makes me feel sad because I realized that like both of us really weren't making each other happy for a lot of our relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, I say this every single episode, but not in this terms, is time's the most precious thing anyone has. And like, what I talk about is I'm so amazed that everyone would spend that time with me every stream. Like, that's crazy to me. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Oh
one of the
yeah,
most
no, I
precious
always feel
things.
the same.
It's one of the most precious things you have, and you're just, for me, like some
Yeah.
random
Yeah, I get
kid
you.
in Vancouver, BC, that you have no idea who I am, but yet you could decide to tune into my stream. Like, that's the coolest thing to me. So first off, thank you to everyone who's done that. But the thing is, like, the fact that we've spent the time and wagered our happiness for convenience was one of the things
Yeah.
that it just wasn't okay, like, for us to do that to each other anymore. And that's what I realized is, like, we got to take care of each other, and that should be the most important thing. And we were so worried about putting each other first in a certain sense, to the point that where we burnt each other both out, because it would never be that enough for each other.
Yeah.
And it sucks because I think we give it the good old try, but it just didn't work. And it sucks
Yeah.
that it took 5 years to figure that out. But as one of my friends said,
Mhm.
it could have been 10, it could have been 20, it could have been 50.
This
I
is
mean,
the
like,
thing. Like, how long do you keep going until you finally be like, you know what, this isn't right for either of us? Like, do you waste so much of your life trying to fix and fix and fix, and then get another 5 years down the line and be like, I could have not done that 5 years because we were just trying to fix something that realistically was never going to work? And again, a friend of mine has just ended like a 7-year relationship, and that's what I was trying to tell her. I was just like, you can't, like, you have tried things, you have tried fixing things, but if you've been happy for so long and you've been trying to fix things, then like, how much longer do you just let yourself not be happy for until you finally like give up? Well, not give up, I hate the word, I hate that term, but like until you finally let it go, really, and be like, you know what, that's it. And it is letting it go. It's harder to accept that part that isn't for you anymore, through no one's fault necessarily. Like, sometimes things just come to an end and that's okay. Like, but it's much harder to just let it go and let it be than to just keep trying to fix something that realistically isn't making anyone happy. And what's the point? Like, I understand you go through like rough points, and you can work through things and try and fix things, but if that's all you're doing, then that's not a relationship. You can't live your life like that, and you've got to do what makes both of you the happiest.
Definitely.
And this is the thing, like with my ex, like he's a lot happier now. I can see it, and he's so much happier now. And it's like, yeah, that sucks, but like I'm a lot happier now. and the both of us are, and we're still friends. And and he always says how he really wants to meet Kerry because he was really like when I told him that I was in a relationship with Kerry, he cried. He was so happy. He was like, "That's what you needed, and that's what you wanted, to explore that side of myself." And he was genuinely happy for me, and it's nice that we're both in a position where we can still be friends, still be
Mhm.
civil, but he's in a much better place, and so am I. So my kind of answer to the question wasn't because I resented him. It was just I was just curious, and it's something I've always been curious about, but I never know. But
Mhm. No, I'd say I definitely agree with that. Like it came to that thing is there was no big event, there was no loss of trust, there
yeah,
was no cheating, there was no
yeah,
behind each other's back on certain things throughout any of our relationship. It was all very civil, and at least as far as I know, and
yeah,
I mean that's how I'd like to keep it,
yeah,
sort of thing, in that kind of sense.
yeah,
Um, and I will say is though is the it's like I kind of agree with that, like kind of the mutual thing is it came to the point where we had to put ourselves first.
yeah.
And that's the thing is, even though there might have not been that enough love to kind of keep us together, there's still that very big care that I mean,
Mm,
I worry
mm,
for her in that sense, even though we're not together. So like I worry that because obviously as I take over the place, she's had to find a new place. Is that I worry that she's finding a place that's safe for her because there's places
yeah,
around here that aren't. You know what I mean? And that's the thing is
yeah,
that's
100%.
important to me, and things like that, and that she's taking care of herself and like learning little things and making sure like she's doing okay as much as like without me just literally being there, because I mean I can't, because that's defeats the whole purpose of any of this.
Yeah,
But I would say is for anyone going through this is one of probably the best the advice I would say is really look, is it convenience, or is it, and what's it called, is it convenience? Because if it is, that might not be the biggest thing. If the best thing you can say about someone is their convenience, that's, I'm sorry,
it's comfortable, and it just you don't
yeah.
want to change
Mhm.
because it's
And
comfortable.
I will say is I'm personally, I can't speak for every single person, but personally, I will say I'm a lot happier now that I get to be myself,
Mm.
and I get to fucking meet myself, which is the
Yeah,
coolest
yeah.
thing ever. And that's something I've never gotten to do before because I've always been surrounded by other people and distractions. So and I actually, like I said, I get to look in the mirror and get to know who I really am. And I'm all
It's
right.
really nice. It's all right.
But what's it called is I'm able to make my own happiness and not rely on anyone
Yeah,
else for that, and that's really cool. So,
that's
just something I would
amazing.
say, and kind of as a piece of advice for anyone going through something similar. And I'm gonna actually spin
Completely
that a
agree.
little bit to you here as we almost we finish get to the end near the show here where we're about to rate out, but I've got a couple more questions here for you still. Don't go anywhere. Is um this is a question that Malta usually asks, but I'm going to spin it on him because I know he's gone to sleep because it's really late for him. Is what if someone in here, if you could take away something that you talked about today in the chat, or like sorry, in our conversations today, that someone would take away and remember in 10 years from now, what would you hope that piece of advice or that learnings that you've said on the stream, would you hope that someone could take away from this?
Um, I think it would be the sort of idea of giving people the patience and the space and the environment in which to change with no judgment. And I think that is so important, especially as things change so much, like in society, like things are always changing and there's always so many ideas. Giving people that kind of allowance to make mistakes, as long as they're going to then react and then change, adapt, and learn from them, but also calling people out, but in a way that is respectful and not attacking them, their personal self. Like call them out on the thing, but not them.
Mhm.
And as long as you're respectful and treat people with care and love, then you will get you will get if they're a good person as well, you will get the results that you should want to see, the positive change that you should want to see. But put out the positive energy. If they're negative, by all means, fuck them off. But put out that positive energy, allow people that space to change and room to grow. And yeah, I think just always just give people benefit of the doubt, and if it suits the situation, just be patient with people. I think.
That's awesome. Well, Lucy, we've come to our last question of the stream. For anyone that has seen Connections before, this is the same question we ask every single guest that's ever, well, not ever, but I mean, almost every single guest has been on here. Is the same question. It's become by far one of my favorites. And Lucy, Miss Lucy Coochie.
Yeah.
What's it called? You are no different. Lucy, if you wrote a book about your life up to now, what would the final line say? And why?
Okay, let me just see the chat. Miss Lucy. The final line up till now. I'm trying to think of a way to work the word coochie in, but it's really not coming to me. And sorry, I'm just thinking of silly things.
You can go serious, but I mean, sure, go to whatever you want.
Oh, sure, that still got that by. That's the line I was going down, Kerry, but you've ruined that for me now. This is really hard. I don't know why this is so hard. I thought this would be a lot easier. So up till now, last line of the book. Yeah, sorry, I keep seeing the chat. It's stupid.
That always tries to help. It's
I know,
it's
so
a blessing and a
helpful.
curse.
I haven't died, Kerry. And so she continues, popping her pussy, being a bad bitch, Lucy Coochie, the man, the myth, the legend. There you go.
All right.
It's live, laugh, laughing.
Well, chat, that has been the wonderful, the amazing, the queen, Lucy Coochie, Lucy Moofy, on Connection. Can I please spam that love in chat for our amazing, amazing, wonderful, goofy, funny, hilarious, wonderful, very sweet, actually, and very kind and deep thinking guest, Lucy Moofy. What's it called? I have another one here just for you that if you ever read a book, always get back to front, gotta go with the grain. That's a fucking good one. That's a good one. I can't even be mad about that one.
No,
That's a good one.
that's so
Oh my
much
goodness.
better.
Oh
Bob.
Well, first
Oh,
off,
Bob.
before we grade out, we have a couple things we need to do here. First off, I want to say thank you to you, Lucy. It has been an absolute pleasure to get to know you today and get to learn a little bit more about the life of Lucy. We tune into that stream and we get some giggles and laughs all the time, but sometimes we don't get to know the real you. And I think we got that a little bit today. We got to know a little bit deeper of the who is Miss Coochie. What's it called? And a little bit about your story and your background of who you are. And I say you are an amazing individual, Lucy. It has been an absolute pleasure every second of the stream. You've had me laughing and you've gotten me a little bit emotional too, and sometimes too. I'm not gonna lie, especially at the end there. But however, as all good things do, everything must come to an end. However, we have a couple more things to talk about here before we go. Right now, I'm going to find us someone for us to raid. So I am going to give the floor to you, Lucy, to shout out anyone or anything or yourself to the chat as I go and find us a raid. The floor is yours now.
Well, first of all, I just want to say, Bren, thank you very, very much. This has been really nice. I had a really good time. Thank you so much for inviting me on. It's really lovely. If you've watched this entire stream and you haven't followed Bren, that's really silly. You should do that right now. Shout out Kerry. Woo woo woo, go Kerry. My IRL. Let's go. She's got big boobs. You should follow her. Miss Coochie, that's me. But yeah, I've had a really good time. It's been really nice meeting everyone in chat as well. Like B, it's been nice getting to know you a little bit more. You're funny, I like you. And Wolf as well. Shout out to you. I like you. And everyone else. Like I can't remember who I've not seen. Who have I not? Who have I seen? Oh yeah, shout out Sloth as well. Sloth's like an absolute legend. We love Sloth. If you're not following Sloth, you should be. He's really cool.
Sloth is great. Sloth is really great.
He's so cute. I love him. But yeah, just thank you so much, Brendan. This has been really nice. I had a really good time, even though it's now like almost 4 a.m. I'm thriving. I'm literally at the adrenaline is like, and I'm having a good time. And it's been really interesting and really fun. So thank you so much. There's a hair in my mic.
Of course. It was a lot of fun. However, I have found my person. I'm trying to think if I've raided them before. I try not to raid people twice. That's kind of been the thing. I think that I might have. I wish I could see.
Yeah, I wish it showed you.
I can't tell. I think I have. I'm pretty sure I have. Let's see. Who do we have here? There's only so many people that stream on a Tuesday. You know what I mean? I think I found a person. It's actually been recommended by another friend. This is good, and this is a game I like watching too. So let's go and raid this person. And this, from what I've heard from the friend that has referred me, is that this person's very sweet. And I've actually never been in there. I've never actually I don't think chatted in their chat for long. So it'd be good to say hi. So chat, we're gonna spread this love one last time. However, a couple things before we do raid out here. First thing, if you have not already done ! Enter, I need you to do that. I need you to the ! Enter, get yourself in the giveaway. We're giving away 10 tickets here. Let me just see. I'm gonna pop it up on stream here, so y'all can see. Okay, so bop, boop, bop. If your name is not on here, this is a roll call. Everyone say present if you're here. I see Wolf, I see Moth, I see Plum, I see Neef, I see Renee, I see Arrow, I see lucymoofy, I see Sasha, I see Viv, I see Donovan, I see Bob Space, I see Behavior, I see Bob, I see Gub, I see Iggy, I see Nor, and I see Sloth. If your name is not here, I need you to click ! Enter. Nora, I see you there. Perfect. Nora, I've seen you do it like 20 times at this point. But if your name is not on there, I need you to do it because in a few moments we're going to close this. But ! Enter is all you got to do if your name is not on that list and you are currently in chat. I would like to give you some entries here because they're not going to be as easy as you think they might be. So, if you want to get in the Discord, ! Discord. We'll get you in there. I'm gonna try and tally these all up and give and tell who's who's in the lead right now. It was Iggy, but I don't know if Iggy's gonna be holding on or not. We'll find out later. However, that if your name is on there, we're closing the entries right now. All right, so that'll be all of the one that can do it. You can no longer enter into the raffle. I'm sorry if who's in lead, Iggy right now, but that could change after the stream. I haven't added all these ones in yet. However, chat, I want to say thank you. I said this a little bit earlier, but thank you. You're making a little young-hearted boy from Vancouver, British Columbia's dreams come true just by being here and showing your love. I started this with the intent of making new friends, and boy, oh boy, has that worked out well. So thank you to each and every one of you. It means the absolute world to me that you've decided to choose me as the person you'll spend, whether it's 10 seconds or the last 3 hours and almost 40 minutes with me on stream. I appreciate each and every. You're doing great, Bren. Thanks, Viv. Every single one of you for that. If you haven't already, go and check out our guest, ! Guest in chat. I'm going to fucking spam that shit right there. Go and follow Lucy on all the platforms, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Hover. An amazing creator, a hilarious creator. There's a reason why. There's a reason for everyone on this show. But Lucy, my goodness, the amount of people that have begged me for you to be on this show, and I was like, hey, we're just trying to find a date. What's it called? And so I'm
blushing.
What's it called? It's something that we definitely. I'm glad Viv introduced me to you.
Me too.
And I'm so glad of all the friends that I've met through you as well already. And we talk often about how the tree branches off in connections of friends, meeting friends and friends like that. And I think, Viv, I think you've started a new branch for sure. I'm so excited to meet all the friends here of yours as well, Lucy, and all those people too. I cannot wait to meet all your friends. And because if they're just an inch as interesting as you are, Lucy, I can't wait to have them on. So can't wait to see your stream, Miss Couche. Yeah, really.
I'm rebranding. I'm rebranding my entire stream.
I think you
That
should.
is
Hey,
me now.
hey, you rebranded. I'll
Who the
retweet it.
fuck is Moofy? It's not me anymore.
Moofy, don't know her.
Don't know her.
However, if you guys would like, next Tuesday is our 1-year anniversary of Connections. This wonderful show where we've met over 50 or over 50, just under 50, I think, creators on Connections. We'll be doing it. We'll be doing a 1-year anniversary where there's going to be no guest. It's going to be the mods are going to be there. The mods are going to be on stream. We're going to talk about our favorite moments over the past while, the highs, the lows, everything in between. Join the 1-year gang. Exactly. As well as later this month, we have Old Friends. If you don't know what that is, well, you probably should have been here. We have to watch the VODs on YouTube, !YT, to see that. Old Friends is our new show that's coming up in March 29th of this year. I hope that you guys will be willing to share that with me. We have the lovely Boa Ru coming on that. But yes, next Tuesday, I hope to see you there. And yeah, I think that's it. I think I'm good. Can we raid? Yeah, we can raid. Please help me, chat. Spread that love one last time. Use that raid message from Wolf there. !raid. Raid if you are not subbed. Raid 1 or !raid 2 if you are subbed. Streamlabs is not subbed. That's sad. That's depressing. But throw those in there as well. Copy and paste those into our new lovely friend, Conky Talks. I love each and every one of you. I hope you have a wonderful day, night, evening, morning, wherever it is, middle of the night, whatever you have. I hope you have a wonderful day. You are all so amazing. You're all wonderful. Drink some water. Take care of yourself. And we'll see you when we see you. Peace out. Take care. Love you.